Hi guys. Hey Irene. Just gonna wait for a few more people to come into the room. I did say I was coming on. Oh, it's 2. That's okay. That's good. Oof. Hey Ray. I hope I've got it set to subscribers live. I should have, right? Superfan live. I hope. I'm just waiting for a few more people to come into the room so I can get started on the Vedic astrology. I know I'm feeling it. And I am still congested. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm still congested. Cool, thank you. But I do think I'm sure I said it. I'm sure I said it to Vedic astrology. Vedic astrology. I'm so head foggy right now. I'm sure it's set to Superfans live because they haven't given me that option. It used to say subscribers live, but it's changed. It is a subs live. Okay, thanks, honey. Thanks for checking. I did say 2, so I'm just going to wait for a few more people to come into the room so I don't have to, like, repeat the Vedic astrology. It's basically, the energy is still basically the same. So what I did for the past, what I did when I was doing Vedic astrology all the other times, because I have to go, I will go back a little bit and then I'll go forward as well. But it is very intense during this time frame and I'm still feeling it. Physically, mentally, spiritually exhausted. And I don't know if anyone else is feeling it with me, but I'm telling you, I am so tired. Oh. I was supposed to be doing the subscribers live, okay, on, I was supposed to be doing the subscribers live on Sunday, but on Saturday when I did a live, I didn't realize it was like 6 hours long. I mean, there were people coming into my live going, after they got a reading, leaving for like 2 hours, coming back after 2 hours and going, oh my God, Anna, you're still on the live. Because I think I must have started my live at around 6 and then I didn't end up finishing until maybe 11, 12, something like that. But when I was looking at, it's now downloaded. So I think it was Saturday's open live is now downloaded onto my phone. So only just now. So I'll be able to download that onto my YouTube. Hey, Sylvia. So I'll be able to download that onto my YouTube channel at some point. But when I was looking at it, it said 5 hours and 5 hours and 49 minutes. I mean, I feel like when I'm doing readings, the time is so long. But when I'm talking, because when I did that live, I was talking about my open heart surgery, my near-death experience. I was talking about, you know, things that happened to my mom. Hey Fab, still the same. I'm still the same as I was, but now I started my red dragon, which is, and I think I'm premenopausal, and as I said in the past, I used to think that when you are fading off your, you know, your red dragon, things get lighter, but apparently that's not the case. Oh, why am I starting my lives later? I'll tell you why. I used to do my lives around 11 to 1 back in the day. And I have a bedroom where I built a home, like, so, okay, it's a really long story, but there's a reason for it. So in my bedroom, I have a nice window, which was supposed to be a view to my garden. And what happened was my little brother, you know, he needed a place to stay. So being the lovely big sister that I am, I put a massive shed out in the back. And the only place that shed could go, because we have grass and ground, was basically close to my window. So basically my window is completely blocked off by the shed, so we don't get any sunlight into the room. So what happened was, I noticed that every time I did my live, I could do it in my kitchen, but I really don't. It's a communal area, so me doing my lives in the kitchen, somebody wants to cook, use the microwave, make coffees and teas, it was too loud. So I was like, oh, I'm not doing it in the kitchen anymore, I've got to just do it in the bedroom. So when I was doing it in the bedroom, I would wake up and I was like, okay, my live is going to start around 1 or 2 o'clock. And I'm looking at the sun, I'm looking at the daytime, and it's beautiful weather and it's a beautiful day. And then I have to say goodbye to the sun and come into my room. And then obviously the only light in the room is the light. And I realized that when I finish working my subscribers live, or any live for that matter, I'm going from the light into the dark. And when I finish my live, I'm going back into the dark. So I've wasted, like, I need to be in the sun. Like, I need to see the sun. The sun is a vitality. So when I'm doing a live during this time, I don't see sunlight. You know, there's no light. So I'm going to finish this live in maybe 3 hours. In the UK, it's getting dark really quickly. So I'm going to go into the dark. So, and I don't like that, because that means I have no light during my daytime. So I thought, you know what? If I'm doing tarot live at 1 and I don't end up finishing until 6 p.m. and that's when the sun goes down, it's already nighttime, and I need my vitamin D. So I was like, if I do it at 6 p.m., I can go straight to bed, and then I wake up in the morning, enjoy my mornings, my meditation, because I did my living room so beautiful, and I've got like rainbow stickers, or like rainbow, like, you know, those hangy little things that reflects rainbow when the sun's, it's so beautiful in my living room. I don't want to leave my house, that I don't get to see that when I do a morning live or an afternoon live. It's all gone. I go into the dark. So I wake up in the morning, the sun catcher, exactly. And because I got it, and it is a sun catcher. It's got little, it's like it's shaped into crystals, and then it reflects light into the crystals, and there's rainbows all over my living room. That's what I wanted to feel like when my mum passed away. I just wanted to feel like my little piece of heaven and fairyland, and, you know, all of that Mother Earth energy. So that's the reason why I put all of that stuff. That's the reason why I'm doing now late lives, because I would finish my live and I'll go into the living room. I'll go, oh, it's nighttime, I'm going to bed soon. And then, you know, I was like, you know what, I can't do it anymore. I need to do lives at night, so I don't waste the day, you know, in my little room. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a speck of light, but I got a shed covering the whole window. And I wanted to break that down because my brother's now moved out. And I did want to break that down, but I've decided that I wanted to use that little hut, the little cabin, as like my painting studio. Because I started painting again. Can I show you the recent painting that I did? Sonia, you're on my list. It was so bad at first. And then I showed my daughter the picture, and in my mind, I knew what it was. And then when she said, oh, it looks like this, I was like, It isn't that, but I'll take it. I'll show it to you. Let me show it. I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know if the beauty of the paint, and I'm not a great artist at all, but I think it turned out all right. Let me go and get it. Yes, babe. I'm not going to say what you said. My daughter just said to me, ask them what they see. And I was like, I'm not telling you guys what it was supposed to be. So yeah, I started painting again. So I was thinking about turning that cabin outside back in, like, into a painting studio. So like during the summer, I can like go out there and meditate, and I can paint and everything, because I like to paint what I see in my head. But hey, Christina. Hey, Lady House. So now that's why I do late lives. I thought I'll show you the painting. I thought it would be better for you guys because most of you are working during the day, and I thought if I do a 6 p.m. live, maybe people finish work at 5, will be home around 5:30, and then they can catch the live, you know. But that's the reason why I do, because a couple of people have asked me that, how come you're doing lives late now? And it is specifically because I don't want to waste the day. Because when I do my, like I said earlier, when I do my lives at 1 p.m. Christina, you're on my list. When I do my lives at 1 p.m. and I'm on there for about 5-6 hours, I wake up, I have like an hour of sunlight, and then I have to come into the dark room and then do my lives and go back out when my live is finished into the dark, and I never see the day anymore. So I was like, nah, I'm going to do my lives at 6 p.m. and then it will be around 11, midnight, and then I can go straight to my bed and then wake up in the morning, do my meditations, chakra meditations, you know, do my chanting, writing in my manifestation book, you know, watch spiritual shows, educate myself. I love to read books. I'm currently reading about astral projection because it's happening a lot to me, and when I astral project, I am trying to get in. Did anyone check out Darius J. Wright or Buddha Betty? Yeah, I've got Sonia and I've got Christina on my list. Anyone check out Darius J. Wright and Buddha Betty on YouTube? Amazing. I always feel like I'm guided into the direction in which I'm supposed to investigate. And I always get the answers that I need through my meditation. Now, it doesn't always come in during the meditation, but I'll receive answers in my meditation. And then what will happen is during the course of the day, the week, or even the month, I'll start to see these astral projections, visions, dreams through my meditation messages come to light. This is why I always say to everybody, like, journaling is really important. Journaling is so important. So I started painting again, and I haven't painted since my mum passed away. Because like my mum was sick throughout 2025, as you all know. So I was not inspired to paint or do anything. I haven't watched them. I plan to. You have to. It's amazing. They're amazing. So I wasn't motivated to do any painting because obviously I was so exhausted from taking care of mum that I wasn't inspired to paint anything. And then just like most recently, my sister-in-law, for my birthday, which was on December 26th, she bought me paint, and I've got a bag full of paint, and I couldn't find my paint brushes, and so I was painting with my fingers at one point. And then I was like, this is not going to do. I can paint with my fingers and blend out with my fingers, but I was like, no, this is not going to do. I need paintbrushes. So I had to This was a disaster. I should have took a picture of it in the beginning and then I should have showed you it later on. But this is the end result. And I just wanted to know what everyone sees, because I showed it in my mind. I had an idea of what I was painting and what I wanted it to be. And then when I asked my kid, what do you see? She said what is blatantly on the picture, but it wasn't what I had in my mind. But it is okay. All right, are you ready? It's gonna be basic and probably you'll get it, and I'm obsessed with waterfalls, by the way. What do you see? I know it's waterfalls, but it's better in the sunlight, to be quite honest. I'm obsessed with waterfalls. I don't know. I must have made love to a sweet man in another lifetime. I must have made love to a sweet man under the waterfall in one of my lives. Oh, if you see your face, that's great. Remains of human ribs. Right. So I said to my daughter, what do you see? Basic. Okay, basic. She said, I see a waterfall coming down the rocks. And I was like, I didn't know there were pink things in the rocks. I didn't know rocks had pink bits in it. It was actually supposed to be the waterfall from the clouds. So these are supposed to be, I clearly didn't do it right, but I still think it looks a little bit, it looks better in live because there's like sparkles of gold here. So it looks better. When you see it live, it's even more better. So I don't think it's doing any justice here on this thing. But it was supposed to be cloud formations and then the waterfall in the middle and then like just waterfalls from the cloud formation. But she said rocks. So I realized I should have added more white bits, more cloud formation. You know, I'm kind of out of practice, guys, but you know, I'm gonna get better as the weather gets better. But this is my waterfalls from heaven, or waterfalls from rocks, as my daughter would call it. Yes. So like these are clouds, because there's no clouds in rocks. There's no like pink rocks. Well, there are, but you know, crystals. But it was supposed to be cloud formation. So the break in the clouds with the pink, because you know sometimes when you look up in the sky, there's like pink. And it was supposed to be that the waterfalls were supposed to just hit you. Like that's why I wanted to have a really dark background. But it's supposed to be clouds from waterfalls from heaven. So cloud formations with the waterfall coming down. But yeah. It's been a while since I've painted, and you should have seen it before. It was terrible. I was like, oh no, what is that? I was like, oh God, I need to do something about that because that's embarrassing. So it ended up turning out okay. I was all right with it. It's very therapeutic, I have to say. Very, very therapeutic indeed. I will read it for my gifters straight away. If you would like to get an in-depth 10-card reading, it is the carousel that I pinned on the bottom of the screen. That will get you on my list and will get you 10 cards. I am still feeling a little bit muggy today, guys. I was talking to my daughter and I was like, I can't shake this off. And I realised that I feel like the whole of March is going to kind of be like this. So, and I'm going to do a bit of Vedic astrology before I get into like the readings, because I just feel like it's really important. I am going to just briefly go over what I had discussed prior when I was doing the Vedic astrology. But again, I just needed you to know what was going on, or a friendly reminder is what I like to do for my subscribers. If you had a reading on Saturday, which was like coming up to 6 hours, because everybody was going to me, I can't believe you were still on here. I finally downloaded it onto my phone literally just before I came on the live. So that will be on my YouTube definitely later on this afternoon. You know, because it was a 6 hour load, so it'll probably take about an hour to load it up on Facebook. But it is loaded. It is downloaded onto my phone. So forgive me, I'm a little bit in the clouds, like my waterfall. I'm a little bit in the clouds, and I don't know if you can still hear it. I'm still a little bit bunged up, but that's not going to stop me. Okay, before I do the readings, I would like to go over the energies of what we're going through now. It's not long, it's just like 2.5 pages, if that's all right. And I will be posting this live on my YouTube channel again, so if you're interested in watching it or need a reminder of the dates, then by all means go and check it out. Very complex energy. Yeah, very, very. This energy is unbelievable, and it is taking me right out. So now I still got this congested feeling, and then I started the Red Dragon today, and I tell you, this Red Dragon business, I'm there's a lot of women out there that doesn't want to lose having their period because it makes them feel like they're old, and I am ready for it to stop. Go away. I'm ready for it. Like, I've got a lot of friends that's like, oh no, I'm premenopausal. When I stop having my period, I'm not going to be young again. And I'm like, so do you remember maybe their pain is not as bad as mine, but it's like, no, I'm done. I'm 45. I ain't having no more kids. I can't have it anymore. I hate it. I'm done with it. Get sick of buying these big pads that look like a ship. It's too much. I can't handle it anymore. It needs to just go. All right, so I'm going to quickly do the Vedic astrology before I get into it. And I'm so sorry that I'm doing it today. I was supposed to do it on Sunday, but the live on Saturday took me right out. It was 6 hours long. And then I started my period, and then it was just like, hell broke loose. And then I had a fight. Anyone had a fight this week? And I don't mean like a fist fight, but like argumentative fight with family members. And then I was speaking to my cousin all the way in the Philippines, and she's like, you know, Anna, I had a fight with my sister. And I was like, oh my god, I'm having fights too with my family members. And it was just crazy. It was just like, this is the energy that we're in right now. So Mercury in retrograde, bad communication, problems with electrics and devices, and then we'll go into it. Yeah. All right, first of all, this is Vedic astrology, not Western. I want to say a big thank you to Kellee White. I love and appreciate you. I couldn't do this without you, girl. Love you. Keep doing what you're doing. So we're going to go back a bit, okay? A lot of delays, yeah? I said it to you guys. Delays. This is why not a good time. Like, do it after March. Starting new projects. Plan the projects that you want to do. Plan holidays, you know, if you want. I always like to visualize it, write things down in a journal. You know, those are the things, that's how I like to plan. And then after like the energy's kind of shifted, then I'll start to implement my ideas and start taking action on the things that I have ideas on. Because if you don't take action on the ideas that you get from nowhere, which is the universe and your guides giving you ideas, then those ideas are going to come away from you. They're going to plant that seed in somebody else's head. And then you're going to be like, oh, look, she's a multimillionaire. I was going to do that and I didn't. So take the ideas. If it feels amazing, go forth and do it. So on the 13th of March, I don't even know what day it is today. You see, guys, I'm completely off key. Oh, it's 17th. Okay. On the 13th of March, we had a conjunction with Rahu in Mars, and Mercury in retrograde. And this is when all these planets are next to each other at the same degree, which is in Aquarius. So the conjunction with Rahu and in Mars and Mercury in retrograde, this represents all planets are next to each other in the same degree in the energy of Aquarius in Vedic astrology. Hi, Blue Eyes. And then Mars, as you know, is the energy of action, war, energy, weapons, government. Greek mythology, Aries is the god of war. Mars, that planet of extreme energy, because Mars can be good energy depending where it is and the planetary alignments, or what it's next to, or what degree it is. And you know what I mean? Or it can be, it's very impactful. So with the, like, this Mars energy, and then that whole thing with what Donald Trump did, it, do you remember a couple of weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, or a week ago, I said to you, like, war on water, naval, all that shit. Hey, 11/11. So yeah. So Mars is magnified by Rahu. Rahu is the north node, and it's explosive and magnetic, which is about, and this energy is about humanity, and it can trigger like developments in the Middle East, and it can bring global conflict, as we all already know. So for this time period, I highly recommend that you watch your energy. Now, me personally, I don't want to be around anyone. The only person that I can tolerate or want to be around right now is my kid. Like, everyone else, I can't do it. So it's just like, because I feel like I'm so sensitive right now, I'll be triggered for everything. Lady J, you're on my list. So I just feel like, because I'm feeling off kilter, because the energy doesn't just affect like the world, it's consciousness is affected by this energy. Your physical body, you'll find it like you're so tired, or you feel drained all the time, or you might have an 8-hour sleep, but it feels like you've been just traveling everywhere. I've been having astral projections while I was in my living room, but I want them to be controlled astral projections. I'm that's what I'm trying to master during this time frame, which is why I said to you guys, go and check out Darius J. Wright, and go and check out Buddha Betty, because she's got an amazing story. Hey Gemma. And Darius J. Wright will just explain everything to you from what his experiences were. So this energy is going to trigger the conjunction with Rahu and Mars and Mercury in retrograde. Again, it's all planets that are next to each other at the same degree in Aquarius and Vedic astrology. And Mars and Rahu magnifies this energy. Rahu is the north node. It's explosive, it's magnetic, and it's to do with humanitarian. Again, it could trigger developments in the Middle East, and it can bring global conflict. So during this time frame, watch your energy. If there is somebody around you that you feel is triggering, it's probably best to step away and walk away and not be around these people. Try to... I know this is easier said than done, because I exploded like a car on fire the other day. Then I was having like argumentative conflict with family members. Try not to get angry. Practice going inwards. Meditate during this time frame. It's important that you do. This is a test, guys. I know it sucks. I know it sucks, but this is a test. We are being tested right now. So I'm just being the pot calling the kettle, 100%, 100%. But it ended, you know, let me just underline where I am so I don't forget. But I'll tell you what happened in the conflict between me and this family member. It's not a good test. I'm not good at tests, neither am I. But what I will do in this test is try to resolve the conflict. So, argumentative energy with a member of family, absolutely triggered. I was so triggered for the past couple of weeks. It was just all of these emotions started to build up on me. And this person was saying something simple, and I said something simple. And then the simple ended up being everything that I was holding on to since my mom died, to this person. And this person by far is nothing like me. And I don't mean that I'm perfect, not by no means. This person is more, doesn't like conflict. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm going to tell you about yourself. If I don't feel something's right, I'm going to tell you about yourself. But this person likes to avoid conflict in any sort of way. This person will, you know, is so sweet, and but can be so annoying at times and not realize like the things that they say, and it can be hurtful. And sometimes people don't understand what they're saying until that person is no longer talking to you anymore and you don't know what you did wrong. So because I've put into practice since I had my near-death experience, if I feel a certain type of way around somebody, take a step back. And that is my advice to you guys. So that's what I did. I took a step back, and this person realized, why is she taking a step back from me? I'm not really sure what's going on. And then she told another family member, and the family member came and told me this. And I was like, yes, I am taking a step back. I'm fucking pissed off. I'm irritated. And I feel like it's better for me to step aside before I say something that's going to upset this person who's hyper Pisces and hypersensitive. So in the text, I ended up basically throwing up my whole guts. Hi, Diana. And telling this person everything that I was feeling, because I felt like it was justified, and I felt like I needed to say it because it was driving me insane. This is why I always tell everybody, say it, don't hold it in. And there is a way of saying it, and I think I said it diplomatically. I don't think I said it in a way where, you know, but I said it anyway. I said it on text because my mouth is really big and I have a big mouth. So I was like, I'm going to do it on text. And if I do it on text, I can reword it properly, you know, there's nothing going to get out of context. It is the words, black and white, written on the phone by text. So I wrote the text in detail. I went through it 7 times because I told you guys, make sure you check your emails and make sure you check your messages and make sure you back up your phone and your computer, because Mercury retrograde is going to mess everybody up. So I must have looked at this message about 10 times before I sent it. And no sound. It's not as loud as a text. Thank you. So it's not as loud as a text, right? So no sound, black and white words, exactly how I needed to say it. Anyway, I made my point. I was so angry in the text, but I said it diplomatically, if that's even the word. And I felt relieved to have said it, because it was in my chest, in my soul, in my heart. And this person is like, my mother basically said, take care of each other. Okay. and this is not the way my mother would have wanted it to be. So anyway, after I sent that text, because I had been speaking to another person about this subject and about this person for the whole week, and this poor family member was listening to everything I was saying, just listening intently and being a great friendly ear. And then, do you want me to mention it? And I was like, by all means mention it, because I can't do it. So it was mentioned, what I was feeling, even though I sent it on text, it was mentioned. And then the person who was giving me a friendly ear, my family member, went to the other family member and basically opened up the floodgates and told that person everything that they did and that they didn't do. And, you know, I get a phone call from this person that I had conflict with, and all I can hear at the end of the phone was absolutely disarmed me. I felt so bad. I cried. So conflict, then resolution. That's where we need to get to with this war bullshit. You can have the conflict, you can speak your mind, but get to some sort of peaceful resolution. So she was crying, I was crying. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that I had done that. You know, nobody knows what's going on behind closed doors, and I didn't know that that was happening with you, Anna, and I'm so sorry. And I was like, you didn't know? How could you not know that was happening? I told you. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I'm also going through some stuff. And I was like, yeah, I get it. We're all going through things in our lives. I do. And we can fight and argue, but we always have to come back together. This is why I'm telling this story, because of what's written on here. But from the conflict, we found resolution. And it got to the point where the resolution was so high in God's hands that they showed up at my door. And we just hugged each other and we was just talking about life, and it was like nothing had ever happened. See you on Sunday, yeah, for the barbecue. Sure thing. Love you. So it was resolved. So that's why I had to tell this story, because yes, this energy with Rahu, the North Node, is explosive. It is very magnified, and it will bring triggers. So global conflict, personal conflict in your own life. God pushed through. Oh my God, I remember the other day I was praying to God, and I was like, God, I need this to come through. Help me. And then about 3 minutes later, and my daughter heard me say it as well. I was like, please God, I need this to come through. Let it come through. And then I was talking to my daughter, I go, this thing needs to come through. And then this thing on my phone goes, ping. And I look at my daughter and I went, oh my God, it came through. Because I've been waiting for 2 days for it. It was the weirdest thing. It's like, ask and you shall receive. So anyway, what was I saying? So we've got, I don't know if you just entered into the room. So we've got an exact conjunction with Rahu, Mars, Mercury in retrograde, when all the planets are next to each other at the same degree in Aquarius in Vedic astrology. Mars magnifies Rahu's energy, which is the North Node, explosive, magnified, which is about, again, humanitarian energy. Triggers in the Middle East, trigger developments in the Middle East, and it can bring conflict, global conflict. Watch your energy, don't get angry, which is why I told the story. Meditate, go inwards. This is a test. This energy will probably, this energy feels really like it's an unconventional energy. So going inwards during this time, contain yourself, contain your energy. This is going to happen during this time. And this energy that we're in, and I mentioned it in the last live, is called Kalisa Yoga energy. And I was talking about this before, and it's when 7 planets are hemmed between Rahu and Ketu. So Rahu and Ketu is the South Node and the North Node, basically the head and the tail of the dragon. So anytime you hear in astrology Rahu and Ketu, envision a dragon, the head of the dragon and the tail of the dragon, and then envision that 7 planets are hemmed between the dragon head and the dragon tail. So this energy is so absolutely intense, and this means life transformations, right? So this is a transformative effect on everyone, but it is in the energy of, I'm going to say this wrong, Shadabishak. The energy of Shadabishak, which is ruled by Rahu. It can bring violent energy and then it could bring innovation in healing, uncovering truths, but it's also a time for like conscious awareness when this happens. Shadabishak also means the mystic healer or the mystical healer. And this is like the beginning of the spiritual awakening, which I feel like everybody is having right now. Everybody's getting more readings. Everybody's doing more meditation. Everyone is delving into spirituality. Everyone is a bit more interested in astral projection. So there's an awakening. Now, yesterday on the 14th of March, I know I'm going back a little bit, the sun moves into Pisces. Now the sun is so think about the sun and then think about Pisces energy. So the sun is fire, and then Pisces is a water energy. And Pisces is also a very emotional, the dreamer. They call the Pisces the dreamer sign. So Pisces is very sensitive, and it's about intuition, and it's about meditation, and it also means like detaching from worldly pressures. So it's time to let go of as much chaotic energy as possible, but also the sun enters Pisces with Saturn and Venus, and this also could be an intense time. So if we're going to look at the sun is energy, the sun is vitality, the sun is about ego, the sun is about the conscious mind, and then Pisces is the dreamer, emotional, intuition, sensitive, and then you got Saturn, the planet of responsibility, discipline, government, war, structure, that energy, and karma, most importantly with Saturn, and Venus, which is the planet of love and pleasure, money, food. So when you have all of those energies combined into one, we are all feeling a little bit up and down or out of whack during this time frame. So I will say during this time frame, look at me, watch your health during this time. It is crucial to do this during this time right now. Health, like health, physical body, but also health of the mental, emotional, and spiritual body. It is one body, but different segments of us, right? So you've got the physical body, you've got the mental body, you've got the spiritual body, and then you've got the emotional body. That's 4 bodies in one body. So when all of those energies are out of whack or out of alignment, that's when you deflect what you're trying to attract. You become an invisible force field of protection because of insecurities, paranoia, stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, depression, grief. You become, whether you realize it or not, your force field, your energetic body, your force field with our aura will become, it's like there's going to be an invisible force field around us. So everything that we're trying to attract and trying to call in is going to end up bouncing off of this invisible force field and going back into the ether. And then you have to align yourself to call it back in. Does that make sense? So watch your health during this time. It is crucial to do this right now, especially for your mental well-being. If you've been wanting to make changes, this is change and transformational energy. So, you know, this is change and transformation and energy. And on the 18th, which is tomorrow, because today is the 17th, we have a new moon in Pisces. And new moon is transformational energy. New moon. It means we have to purge out the old and start talking about what we want to the universe, manifesting the things that we want, manifesting the things that we foresee in our future. Doing a vision board would be a good thing to do. So we have this energy, and it's very emotional. This energy is for spiritual growth, consciousness. On the 21st of March, Mercury goes direct, meaning it's not retrograde anymore, because retrograde means like it's going backwards. It's slow. Everything is going to be a little bit wobbly. So it goes direct in Aquarius, but also conjunct Rahu. So even though it is direct, the energy is still with us for the next 2 weeks, even though Mercury goes direct on the 21st. And it's still very an intense time, but this is the time that is going to bring revelations and breakthroughs. So it's hard, it's intense, but we chose to be here. We chose to be here during this time frame, whether you believe or you know it or not. We all chose to be here during this time frame. That's probably why my father, my grandmother, B-boy, and my mum saw the next phase of evolution, consciousness evolution, and was like, hell no, I'm getting out of here. I don't want to be a part of that section here. Forget that. I'll leave that to my kids. I'll leave that to the young ones. But we all chose to be here, guys. So this is why I'm saying it's intense, but it will pass. This too shall pass. Hi, Ellie. If you would like to get on my list, I am doing 10 cards for the carousel. As always, I'm going to start doing some readings now, but that is the Vedic astrology. I just finished the Vedic astrology. I will be posting this up on my YouTube. Hopefully there's no technical difficulties. And now I'm doing readings. This is the perfect time, guys. And I know I did a run through maybe about a couple of months ago and a year ago about chakra meditations. And you can ask me anything you want, by the way. Like, you might want to say, how do you astral project, Anna? What do you do? How do you do it? Is it controlled? How do you meditate? What do you listen to? I don't know. Anything that you want to know, ask me. But I will highly recommend that during this stage of consciousness evolution, that you learn about chakra points, because I gave bullet points about what chakras are and I can go through it again if you want me to, really quickly, bullet points. I can go through that if you want me to. But this is a good time to meditate on your chakras, because this energy is so off. And this is why I said watch your health. No, I'm never blocked. I am 45 years old. I don't get colds and I don't get flus. And anytime a cold tries to come in, it never successfully comes through. But during this Mercury retrograde and the 7 planets in between, Rahu and Ketu, and then we had that eclipse, and then we had all of this energy, I was completely off then. And I'm still feeling the energy now. I even felt the ripple effect of when Donald Trump did what he did all the way in the UK energetically. It took me out. That's how sensitive I am to energy. I have never been sick past 10 days. And I'm not talking about my open heart surgery, because open heart surgery is open heart surgery. It took me a year to recover from that, and for my whole body to stitch itself back together, and so on and so forth. But in terms of colds and flus, I don't get sick for more than a day, maybe 2 days. So I've been doing my usual thing to get rid of this energy, but it's not shifting yet. That's why when I was looking and doing the Vedic astrology, I realized, yes, you have to take care of your health. Yes, you do need to have breaks, because I want to be here for you, because I actually miss you guys when I'm like reading my private clients, or if I have any moments for rest. I actually miss having conversations and interacting with you guys. But it was also my body and my guides' way of saying, you have to, I cannot channel properly if I'm ill. And I'm not ill to the point right now where I can't channel, because I can, but I get drained. So when you're a medium psychic, because your frequency is high to a degree, I'm not saying that you guys are not high, but because the frequency is so high, I absorb everything, from my daughter to my neighbors to the Mother Earth, the energy coming out up my feet. I can pick things up all over. I'm a very claircognizant and very clairsentient energy. I just know things, and I feel and sense things, and I see things and I hear things. But my psychic abilities, which is more amplified, is a knowing and a feeling. And when I don't come on my live, when I really want to be on my live for you guys, like on Sunday, I really needed to be here for you, but I was like, I'm dying. I can't do it. I'm so tired. I couldn't do it. You are releasing all the energies around you, all your losses. Yes. And I have to keep remembering that on the 12th of March, it was 1 year since my dad died. And then on the 8th of March, it was 4 months since my dad died. And then my grandmother died 2 months after my dad died. I can't remember the exact date, because at that point I was already going mental when I lost my dad. So I don't even have to ask my cousin. And then I've got another death anniversary, which is my grandma. And then death anniversary again of my cat, who's like my child. It was just a lot. It's just a lot of stuff going on. So, you know, it's intense, but it's life, right? It's life. And I've noticed I'm very emotional as well. So I could be watching like a romantic movie, and then all of a sudden some stupid scene comes up, and then they end up together and hugging and kissing, and I'm like, what the hell am I crying for, you freak? But I'm very, very emotional right now. I'm very sensitive. So like, you know, when I got that phone call and I hear, I was like, I'm so sorry. I love you. I didn't mean to say what I said, but I needed to say it because, you know, it was upsetting me. It's just so, I'm so annoying. All right. But yeah. So I've done the Vedic astrology. I'm going to start doing readings now Angels and guides and loved ones, draw close to me and my family here on TikTok and use me as a vessel to give clear, concise, loving light messages. Please and thank you in love and light. At the end of the live, at any point, if anybody wants to ask me questions about any certain things that I do in terms of how to get my stuff into alignment, you know, by all means, ask me. All right, so I'm going to get through my list first, and then I'm going to take care of everybody in the room. So Sonia, I think you're the first one on my list. Okay, so I do numerology, Sonia. So 333 is about partnership and collaboration. 222 or twos represent coupling. It represents partnership. It represents duality. It represents balance when you have two, because two is an even number. 3 is always another person or another situation or other situations that are going to come into your energy. Any feelings around a second job interview tomorrow? So those are the things that I'm picking up. Those are the meanings for those numbers that you're seeing. I'm still seeing 444 everywhere I go. Unbelievable. Still seeing it. Still putting them numbers in my lottery ticket because I'm seeing 444 everywhere I go. I'm literally putting those numbers in the lottery, in my lottery ticket, because for me it's like I'm seeing it, I'm playing them numbers. So I'm literally 444, 14, 4, 44, 45, 34, 24, anything with 4s in it, I'm putting it in my lottery ticket. If I buy a scratch card, I'm getting number 4, you know what I mean? Or 14 or whatever's available. All right, so the first thing that I feel as I'm connecting into your energy, Sonia, is we're going to talk about the job. You want to know about how the energy looks around your job, and we're going to talk about that. I'm going to do the reading on that. But the first thing that I wanted to talk about, the energy around you first and foremost, is outlook, because you are ascending and you are going up in the world. I feel like there is significant news that is going to come your way. I feel like I need you to release any sort of stress that you might be feeling, because that will create, like, if something is locked, like a door to opening opportunities for a job, or it's like you're trapped, you need to get rid of these stresses that may be an issue during this time frame. Get rid of any stuck energy, any stresses, thinking to yourself there's no options. Discernment, release, purify, heal, cleanse your energy. I also feel like as I'm connecting to you, there's a lot of, I've got like worldview energy attached to you. I feel like as I'm connecting to you, there's a role that you're supposed to be playing, and it's supposed to be a bigger one. I feel like you're going to make a big impact. I also feel like you need to take care of your physical body. I also feel like you need to creatively express yourself. I also feel like you need to use your imaginations, and you're going to see the answers to what you're looking for. But there is going to be some sort of an announcement. And this is what I was feeling anyway when I was connecting into your energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. Those are the first things that I'm picking up on as I'm connecting to your energy. Okay. Give me 1 second. I am here, guys. I just need to get another. Where is it? Here it is. All right. All right. So those are the first things that I've picked up on as I was connecting into your energy, Sonia. Those guys, loved ones, this is for Sonia. What does Sonia need to know, please, in love and light? What does Sonia need to know, please, in love and light? Sonia needs to know. I just need to get your oracle cards, Sonia, because I like to see if they align with what you're going through right now. There's something about a keyhole. There's something about a key and then unlocking something. I don't know how else to say, express that, but it feels like it feels like you're supposed to unlock something. or you're going to receive a key, because the ascension that I feel with you is, yes, it's you going up in the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Okay. And you're going to receive some sort of message or some sort of information is what I'm seeing. There's something around a Gemini. I don't know if the Gemini is always about like communication, because Gemini is an air sign. But then Gemini is also very fast-paced energy, because air is always on the move. Air doesn't stand still. Air is always on the move. The energy around the job. All right, the energy around the job. Right, here we go. Discernment is important with you, Sonia. Do you need to know? These cards are really thick. Hard to shuffle. Energy around the work. Energy around the... Is it an interview, you said? We need to know. Wow! Oh my God, you're joking. Wow! Oh my, are you listening, Sonia? Wow. Wow! Oh my God. Sonia, I don't know. Look, the energy around the job looks great, but I feel like it's the energy around the job interview. It looks good, but it's just not going to stop there. It's just not going to stop there. It just isn't. Now, again, this is going to have to maybe, things could start picking up at the end of March. But my God, you know, I had to scream out loud because the first thing that it's a major arcana card, and it's usually the contract card. Good karma. Major arcana cards represents fate and destiny. It means it's going to happen whether you like it or not. So for me, from what I can see, it already looks like there's good karma attached to you. So anytime you get the justice card is the signing of the important contract, the document, I don't know, like a job, a new house, a new car, a new home, new opportunities, because I said to you, there's a key, you're ascending, is what I felt as I'm connecting into your energy. So the justice card, I always talk about the meanings of the card before I talk about all of the other stuff attached to the justice card. I hate flies, and there's a fly in my room. I hate flies, and there's a fly in my room. Land on the wall, darling. So the justice card is cause and effect, win-win situation, truths coming out, the balancing of the karmic scales. The energy already looks so good. I feel like it's so good. So you've got to make sure that you keep your faith up, raise your vibration, tell the universe what it is that you want to manifest, what you're trying to attract, what you need in your life, because I feel like you must be doing something correct. Walk and turn away for the new adventure. So the 8 of Cups is always about turning away from something that doesn't serve you, abandon, retreat, move on, let go. And you've got a whole bunch of new beginnings coming in for you. So the justice card is you walking away from something from the past, and you're already on a new adventure with your little backpack. And then you've got the justice card, which represents that you're karmically aligned to what you're supposed to be doing. I am seeing a younger masculine around you. So if he's not around you, he's coming at some point. And this could be somebody, doesn't have to be a younger masculine, but it could represent, hey Gia, this could represent someone offering you money, offering you a job. Because this is about slow and steady wins the race, reliable, responsible, hardworking. But nevertheless, this is someone holding out something for you. And it just happens to be a coin, right? And look at this. Ace of Wands. It's new beginnings, creative projects, inspiration, new opportunities. This is a new job offer. But then not only that, this is why I said This job thing that you're talking about, it looks fabulous, but then you've got the Ace of Coins as well. So it's like this might be an opportunity for you, and the energy for this job that you're talking about looks great, but then there's going to be another thing coming in, because this also represents new. Hi Tina, still feeling the same, but now I'm on my period. Hi Nomsa. So you've got a whole bunch of new beginnings. Look at your cards. Look at these cards. You're walking away from something into something that's justified. You've got the Ace of Wands, you've got the Ace of Coins. So for me, it's like you've got a whole new bunch of stuff lining up, and it's karmically in, it's like it's karmic in nature. So you've done something true, you've done something true and just, and now the universe is trying to reward you. Now, anchoring your reading, don't worry about it, because you holding on to heavy burdens is going to, what did I say already? I'm manifesting every day. What did I say earlier? We deflect what we're trying to manifest. How do we do that? Worries, fears, grief, depression, sadness, poverty-stricken, lonely, feeling the grief energy, feeling the regret, feeling the loss. This is going to block that, but not to the point where it will never happen. It can block it temporarily. This is why I said to you, we all have an aura, and our aura magnifies outwards. And if we've got an aura and then a shield around our aura, whatever we're trying to manifest is going to take longer to get to us. These are your cards. I mean, they look amazing already. Just let go and let it unfold as I'm from what I can see. Look at that. Choose love over fear is one of your guided messages. That younger masculine could be a lover, friend, somebody that you could be partnering up with or collaborating with at some point. Daughter romance. Feminine, balancing yin energy. Look at that, feminine, nurturing. And I was talking about the chakras. This is orange and yellow. So if I see orange and yellow, this is the sacral chakra and the solar plexus. Sacral chakra will always cover things like kidneys, bladder, pelvis, lower back, fluids. And then the yellow is pancreas, gallbladder, the back, you know, that sort of energy. Surrender to the divine. And then I've got you are. You are love, you are strength, you are beauty, you are worthy, you are powerful, you are kind, you are enough, you are you, you are enough. So when it seems to me like you're working through mentally, physically, spiritually, saying right things, mantras, telling the universe what you're trying to manifest. And I feel like you are doing well. So I suppose walk away from heavy burdens, other people's heavy burdens. Because you don't want to carry, this is why I said discernment. You don't want to carry other people's energy on you. So I hope that helped. The energy around the work question, it looks great. But then it's like you have manifest and amplified so much that not only have you attracted this job interview that you're going to have tomorrow, but there's other things on the horizon as well. I mean, that's great, right? So if you're interested in getting a reading like I gave to Sonia, I have pinned it on the bottom of the screen. It's the carousel for 10 cards. I am going to go straight to my gifters. Christina, you're next. Christina, once I'm done with my gifters, I'll go straight to the comments. Angel guides, loved ones, this is for Christina. Anything around my business, financial, general. Okay. The first thing that I'm picking up on Angels, Guides, Loved Ones, this is for Christina. Let me finish my tea because it tastes terrible when it's really cold. And it tastes like crap right now. It's just chamomile tea. For those of you who are wondering, what the hell is she drinking? There's something about number 9 days, weeks, months, or the 9th of a month where things will start to shift and change in your favor. You're going to start to see 999 everywhere you go, and 9 in numerology represents completion. You need to take care of your health during this time frame, like I said earlier with the Vedic astrology. Like exercise is a good thing. Focus on your physical well-being, your mental well-being. Oh my God, I've been seeing that. 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, 9th of a month where things will start to shift and change in your favor. Now, the 9 could come and in 9 hours. It could be in 9 days. It could be in 9 weeks, or it can be in 9 months. It depends on where your energy flow is at with your business and finances. But from what I can see when I'm connecting to your energies, like I'm seeking for more, or I need more, or there needs to be a shift or a change. I'm seeing adventures. I'm seeing travel. I'm seeing higher education. I don't like flies. Why is there a fly in my room? And this fly is trying to come next to me. So I'm going to get my trusty slipper and then I'm going to slap the bitch out of it if it comes anywhere near me. Okay, what was I saying? I've also got like spiritual quests around you when it comes to your business. I need you to believe and have faith. There's something about you being authentic. I feel like you had the ability to create what you currently have, and you can uncreate it if you don't like it. I keep seeing a transition and a door around you, so I feel like there might be opportunities around finances or the door. I am hearing influences, so be mindful about who's around you, attachments to people around you, because I feel like your reading is really about having faith in your business and in your finances. Because for me, I will say this to you during this time frame, with Mercury in retrograde and all that shit that's going on with the planetary alignments. Be mindful about two faces, because I just saw two faces, like people who might trigger you, people from the past that might come in, the backstabbers, you know, people who are fake. You know what I mean. You get the message. Because I feel like there is going to be opportunities, new horizons when it comes to your business and finances. There's going to be like new horizons. Too many of them. Yeah, watch out for them two faces, backstabbers, users, cheaters. Just watch out, because people will take advantage of people who are kind and authentic and who are loving and who will go out of their way, you know, to help somebody else. So just be mindful about those people, because during this time frame, hi Patty, during this time frame, there's a whole bunch of energy vampires out there. So just be mindful. But I am seeing opportunities around your business and your finances. I am actually seeing a new horizon. I don't know if you're going to tweak your business, add something to the business, change it up a little bit, open a business elsewhere, because I am feeling that as I'm connecting to you as well. So expansion. There's something about knowledge as well. I'm good, Patty. Thank you for asking. There's something about education. I need more business. I'm trying to accomplish that. This time frame, stagnant. Everything. Stagnant. There's a delay with everything. Like people's like, when am I going to get a job? When is it? And this is due to 7 planets in between Rahu, North Node, Rahu and Ketu, South and North Nodes. They're all merged next to each other at a certain degree, which is what I said earlier, which creates a delay. And then we're going to have that new moon at some point. Mercury's still in retrograde. Everything is slow and stagnant. And don't get me wrong, guys. Even with my tarot business, it's slow. But it's no one's fault. It's just the energy of what we're in. So yes, it is slow. I've been very abundant and very lucky. I have been, but I have noticed that every time during the Mercury retrograde, my business is slow too. Business can be slow too. So, all right, here we go. What do you need to know? Angels, guides, loved ones, this is for Christina. What does Christina need to know? Please, in the love and light, what does Christina need to know? But remember, Christina, this energy shall pass. If you would like to get on my list, I'm going to read straight away from my gifters. Once I'm done with my gifters, I will start to do readings for everybody in the room. All right, here we go. And I will be posting this up on my YouTube like I always do if there's no technical difficulties with Mercury retrograde. Wow. Let's see the rest of these cards. It looks really good. And you won't believe the first card that my eyes looked at. Oh my God. The first card my eyes was drawn to, Christina. The businesswoman. Making the money and the peas. Look at that. The Queen of Coins is always a woman who is resourceful, domestically skilled, is a business owner, a wise investor, leadership energy, responsible, hard worker, and patient. So I already can see that you are in your element. And this is why I was saying to you, authenticity is really important. And don't worry about, like, everything is going to start to fall in place. I can promise you that whatever it is, any person out there who's got some sort of a business, the energy is going to be slow. It's very slow because of the energy that we're currently in right now. It's very slow. But nevertheless, if she's on the table, she will always be okay. You're always going to be okay. Now, it's emotionally confusing during this time frame, but when one door closes, another door opens. So when you get the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups is always a card of not committing to too many things because you're gonna be exhausted or tired. It represents too many choices, commitment issues to some degree. But there are going to be opportunities that are going to come your way, especially after March when Mercury retrograde passes. So when one door closes, another door is going to open. So don't lose your wits about you. I've got the Knight of Cups here, and the Knight of Cups talks about an offer that could be emotionally fulfilling, or somebody that you could be partnering up with or collaborating with later on down the line. I have got the Six of Cups as well. So you've got the Seven of Cups and the Six of Cups. So it is going up in stages. Blue Eyes, you're on my list. I am seeing as I'm connecting Six of Cups. So during this time frame of Mercury retrograde and the energy being a little bit up and down, this is about fun as well. Like, we spend our time worrying about how we're going to pay the bills and how we're going to pay this and pay that. And we have to learn to surrender, because how many times in our lives, however, in the 30 years that I've been working, in the 25 years, whatever, 27 years that I've been working, 30 years I've been 45 now, so I'm trying to do the math. But in all that time that I've been working, I have always managed to be okay. I have, you know, aside from when I was sleeping on the street and I had nothing, and then when I started changing my mindset, that's when everything started to evolve for me. But you'll always be okay. So think about those times when you, Sylvia, you're on my list. Think about those times when you didn't have it, but then something happened and you got it. So the Six of Cups is about, in the midst of all of this energy, find some time to laugh. Because we're going to go back to stress and worry anyway, because it's just what we do, isn't it, as human beings. But find the time to say thank you, be appreciative of what you currently have, because people want what you have, and pay attention to then the blessing in disguise. Because it's when we're in our happy energy that we start to see how lucky we actually are. You have a new beginning coming your way around your business and around finances. You got a financial card for the Queen of Coins in the first part of your reading. And you got the Ace of Cups that's ending your reading with the fifth card. So the Ace of Cups is about emotional fulfillment. The hand of God giving you something emotionally fulfilling around finances and around your business. And you're going to start to feel, I don't know, happy, childlike, innocence, unexpected gifts and pleasantries. Like not taking life so seriously. Anchoring your reading. Are you joking? The Three of Coins. Collaboration, partnership. In the meantime, educating yourself, brushing up on your skill set, doing something that you love to do. This is what the Three of Coins represent. So your first and last card are coins. You might be teaming up with a whole bunch of people here. And then that's where you're going to see the money. Now, if the energy isn't with you right now, it doesn't mean it's not coming in. It just means for everyone who has a business, it's a slow energy. I mean, look how many people in the comments are already saying, when am I going to get a job? How's the interview going to go? We're all in the same boat, believe me. Oh, are you joking? Your hard work is going to pay off? Oh my God. Your hard work is paying off. Ground yourself. This is the base chakra, where the groin is. The base chakra governs the earthbound energy, the feet, the nails, the teeth, the hips, the spine, the rectum, the knees, the glands, the lower back. It says work. It says career, effort, employment. And then you've also got make each day count. And then there is going to be, did you see that card? Make each day count as one of your guided messages. And then you've also got indecision. So there is going to be an opportunity, an option, or a choice coming your way with the indecision card. Because this is 2 roads. So it's better than having none. It's better than having none. And usually when I'm at a crossroads and I don't know whether to go left or right, I usually like to go through the middle. And then you've got embrace change. So there are going to be changes in your work. I can see it on the table. New beginnings, emotional fulfillment, opportunities to collaborate with 2 or 3 people, needing to find some playtime during in the midst of all of this. Embrace change says, be brave. Opportunities are coming your way. Don't be afraid of change. Believe in the divine. And then did you get surrender to the divine? Did you get that card? Oh, your hard work is paying off. Believe in the divine. They have a great plan. Let go of what no longer serves you. Let go of the past and say, I am ready. So that is your last guided message. So it will pick up, Christina. It will. I did a reading for myself as well about like work and stuff like that. And if it's going to pick up, and what you got is what I got. What you got is what I got. So in the meantime, while the energy's a little bit off, meditate, take care of your health, have a physical outlet, go to the gym. If you're doing everything that you can around your business and you can't do no more, take a step back. Take the time to meditate, because this is the time that your loved ones, angels and guides, are trying to communicate with you. The veil is very thin between our loved ones and our guides and everyone with the time, with everything that's going on, that we can connect easily through our dreams, our visions, you name it. Lady J. So I hope that helps you in some way, Christina. I've got 5 more spaces left. If anybody's interested in getting a 10 card reading like I just gave to Christina, it is the carousel on the bottom of the screen or in the gift box below. Above the screen or in the gift box below. All right, here we go. Angels, guides, loved ones, this is for Lady J. Please and thank you. What does Lady J need to know? What does Lady J need to know, please? All right, so I'm going to do a general reading for you, Lady J, until I can see your question. I hope that helps you, Christina. Keep your head up, honey. Anytime I feel like the energy is so palpable for me, I always try to remember a time in my life when I was at my worst. And then I remember being at my worst and thinking at the time that I'm never going to get out of the situation. And then I did 1,000 times over in my whole life. Situations where I shouldn't have gotten out of. Situations that should have taken my life. And then in the end, it ended up getting better. And then unexpected blessings. All right, here we go. Lady J, are you here? Lady J. Angels, guides, loved ones, this is for Lady J. What does Lady J need to know, please? In love and light. Lady J. I feel a bit emotional when I'm in your energy, Lady J. I hope you're here. I feel a bit emotional as I'm in your energy. I feel like when I'm connecting to you, I feel like put aside any emotional concerns and make sure that you're focusing on like achieving your finances, security, stability, the job. Make sure you're doing something that you love to do. I keep hearing wishes coming true, fleeting energy, like you feel like things will just pass you by. I'm also hearing that you need to restore your hope. I'm also hearing, as I'm connecting to you, Lady J, I'm hearing opportunities are going to come knocking. I feel like you need to go into meditation. I feel like you need to stop focusing on old energy or old ways I feel like I need to heal during this time frame when I connect to you. I need to heal from something when I'm connecting to you, Lady J. I also feel like whatever it is that you're calling in or you're asking for is blossoming and is going to come to fruition. I feel like this is a time for, like I said earlier, healing, delving into esoteric work, paying attention to your dreams and your visions. Yes, logic is important, Lady J, but it just feels like you need to go into the mystical. And I also feel like have a bit more compassion for yourself. I feel like you need to dream and allow things to happen. I feel like you're the editor of your life, so you can edit things if you're not happy with certain things in your life. I also got Archangel Michael with me at this minute, and he keeps on telling me, tell her I've got her, like, protected and guarded. So I hope you have a dialogue with Archangel Michael, because all of these archangels, all they want is have a relationship and a connection with you. But you have to give them permission, because God said to the angels, do not force your way into their lives. I gave them free will. They have to ask you for it. So ask. If you don't ask, you don't receive. All right, here we go. Lady J. So I hope you're here, Lady J. Lady J. What does Lady J need to know, please and thank you? What does Lady J need to know, please and thank you? Lady J, you need to do some meditation. Like going within, hermit energy, being in silence, sitting in silence. And then when people say I don't like sitting in silence because I'm left to my thoughts, well, then that's where you practice silencing the mind and then going into the heart space. The heart is always going to give you clear answers of what you need. Like broken-hearted, healing is what I said to you earlier. And you got the Three of Swords, Lady J. Lady J, you got the Three of Swords, like paving over the cracks of the broken heart, not allowing somebody to trigger or hurt you, taking a step back from argumentative energy if the energy feels a little bit upside down, Lady J. And then the first card that I see is the Three of Swords, which is heartache, heartbreak, sadness, and pain and sorrow. This could even represent that you might be feeling these energies to somebody else. Diana 11, you're on my list. There could be things, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that there could be something right now in your energy, Lady J, that might be triggering you. It could be things, thoughts or feelings or emotions of things that happened in the past, and it now is surfacing, because with this energy here, it's about purging. You know, we can't suppress these emotions or feelings, because the more you bury sadness, worries or fears into your energy field, you're going to end up creating ailments, illness, dis-ease in the physical body, which is not what we want. Put dis-ease together, it's disease, isn't it? So we have to purge and let go of the sadness, the sorrow, the heartache, the worries and the fears. Because like I said earlier, it creates a block to your blessings. It creates conflict, argumentative energy, tug of war, Lady J. I hope you're here, because I can't see your comment, Lady J, and if you miss it, you're going to have to watch the replay. So with the Five of Wands, this is always a tug of war energy, back and forth, conflicting, uncertainty, worries, fears, sorrows. Maybe you have fears and sorrows and worries, not for specifically yourself, but for somebody, a loved one, which is, you know, what empaths and healers do anyway. You know, they always put themselves second and put themselves last, and they're always thinking about everybody else. But you do need to stay away from this energy, because it will be very draining. This always represents challenges, obstacles, rivalry, and it represents sports play, Lady J. Wow. I told you earlier that you need to be quiet, you know, go into meditation, spend some time in your own. Silence is good for listening to the heart chakra. You got the Hierophant, which talks about marriage, but most importantly, it talks about tapping into the spiritual part of yourself. The Hierophant talks about spirituality and traditions, but it also talks about marriage, union, partnership, the divine counterpart. I know you're married, but this does represent that. So if there's any conflict, wherever this arena may be, it's like you need to find peace somewhere, or take a step back. Say what you need to say and say it with love, but then take a step back, and there has to be some sort of resolution. The Fool card represents taking a leap of faith. The Fool card, Lady J, represents travel and relocation, a new path and a new adventure for you. The unit tracker, you're on my list. Universe is making plans for you. You and the universe are working together, whether you know it, consciously or unconsciously, Lady J, to manifest your dreams and travel. Now, you will have absolute abundance, but you are mothering to everybody. Feels like you're mothering to everyone and maybe not taking care of yourself. So anytime the Empress card comes out, it is always absolute abundance. It is absolute leadership. You're supposed to be a leader. You are somebody who's going to be, or you've got ideas that you want to give birth to. Or Lady J, what this could represent also is the birthing of a child or the birthing of an idea. Like giving birth to an idea that you wanted to do a while back, but, you know, things happened and, you know, the energy might have been a little bit chaotic and there was no time and no money, or something came up which created a delay for you to activate all of these ideas that you want to implement. This is the time now, because with the new moon, this is the night, and with everything that's going on in the planet, this represents transformational energy, consciously, the world, you name it. Anchoring your reading. Yes, there's going to be opportunities coming your way, either juggling 2 situations or 2 jobs. Maybe juggling 1 job and education, or juggling 2 jobs, or juggling 2 situations at one time. But the 2 of coins does mean that you need to weigh up options. You need to find some sort of equilibrium in the juggling that you're doing. You need to like weigh up your options, Lady J. Going back and forth about something is going to create dis-ease. So I would highly recommend, Lady J, that you get out of your head and get into your heart space. Your guided message is nothing is yet set in stone. Your other guided message is daughter spirit, tapping into the spiritual part of yourself. Meditation, esoteric work, learning about chakras, learning about crystals. You've got values, morals, guilt conscious. You need to find a balance and equilibrium, Lady J. Balance, equilibrium in your energy, because if you're off kilter, you're not going to feel right. And then you've got you are here for a reason. And then I've got the situation card with you, Lady J. So, Lady J, this is what the situation card says. Sometimes we find ourselves stuck in a tricky situation or caught up in somebody else's drama. How can you heal from the situation? What can you do to help matters flow better? Know when it's time to help and know when it's time to walk away. And you don't have to walk away from somebody that you love, but you can take a step back in order to conserve your own energy, your own strength. All right, sweetheart. So, Lady J, I have no idea if you heard that. I hope you heard it. If you missed it, you're going to have to watch the replay. And I'm so sorry about that. But your energy so far, it looks really good. Blue eyes, angels, guides, loved ones. This is for blue eyes. My list is still open. I think I've got like 4 more spaces. I think. No, 3 more spaces. So if anyone is interested to get an in-depth 10-card reading like I gave to Lady J, I'm going to read for you straight away. I'm not going to do any in-betweens, and then I'll get to everybody else once my list is done. How will my job interview go tomorrow? Does Freddie have good intentions? Interview and Freddie. Interview and Freddie. Angels, guides, loved ones. This is for Jackie. What does Jackie need to know? Interview and Freddie. There's something about healing in your energy. Needing to heal. Healing. Some sort of healing. Harmony in your energy. Dependent just came up. The word dependent just came up. And I feel like my heart is a bit foggy. Hold on a second. All right, Jackie, blue eyes. All right, let's find out about the job interview tomorrow. Angels, guides, loved ones. Job interview tomorrow, please. The energy of the job interview tomorrow and Freddie's intentions, please. So I'm going to answer these questions and then I'll do your in-depth reading. I feel like you carry a lot of heavy energy still, but I feel like there's good karma around you. So around the job interview tomorrow, it depends on you. I feel like I'm carrying heavy energy. I feel like I feel overwhelmed during this time frame. I feel like I'm overloaded to some degree. I feel like you are going to be signing a contract. I feel like the energy does look good, but then it's overpowered by your heavy energy, like feeling like there's a limit, Maybe you're worrying about money or finances. Maybe you're worrying about things collapsing. But I do feel like overloaded with energy when I'm connecting to you. I also feel like I'm blocked energy. I feel like you're stronger than you think you are. I think you'll get it. Energy around the job interview looks good. I don't feel like I have to. My only concern about the job interview is you worrying and stressing out about it, which could create a problem. But at the same time, I feel like you will be signing a contract for work. The energy around Freddie, I don't know if I like it. The intentions, I don't like it. I think this person could be a bit sneaky. I think this person is a charmer. I think that this person has a lot of hidden elements about them that you can't see. I don't know if this person had a person before, or if they're in a relationship past, but it seems like they might be still thinking about somebody from their past. I don't like it. I don't like the energy around Freddie. The work looks good. I don't know about Freddie. I feel like reevaluate the current situation and you might have to release something. How did you feel around Freddie? What was your first instinct when you met Freddie? Because you have to make sure that it's fine what I'm saying, but you are a psychic as well. We're all psychic. We all have it within us. How did you feel instantly when you saw this person? Because I feel like this person is charming. I feel like this person nice looking. I feel like, you know, I feel like I can like this person, but at the same time, it's like something doesn't feel right. So I don't know if you felt that. Very okay. Jackie. It is up to you to investigate the situation and go forward after I've given you the information that you need. And that's how I felt. Okay, so what I felt, and the only reason why I'm saying these words about this person is because I'm in your energy. So you need to trust that. So I'm just confirming to you what you already feel. I feel like he's very sexual, very sexual energy. Like, there could be a lot of negative attitudes, fiery energy, argumentative energy. It seems more sexual. I feel like you need to do some healing. Find balance and peace and happiness. Find your sovereignty is what I just heard. So the healing will help you open up your third eye, because I feel like you will have this healing energy. There will be growth. There'll be a sense of release around you, personal development. I've get rid of any self-doubt or trauma held when it comes to finances, money, work, or relationships. There's cleansing, and there's a need to get rid of the pain. The hurt and the pain is what I'm feeling when I'm in your energy. I also feel like you're on a journey and you're still learning a lot of life lessons. And at some point, there's going to be an exploration date to the lessons that you're learning here, because you have to be so evolved in your situation by now. Yeah. I don't know how long you've been following me, and I think you've been following me for a while. But so there you go. And I understand that healing takes time, but you cannot jump into something or anything or manifest something with chaotic pain, chaotic uncertainty. You can't manifest from a place of pain. uncertainty, healing from Eddie. You can't heal with that in your energy field. You can't heal with that in your mind. Why you can't manifest the things that you want when you can, but there will be a delay to it. You can manifest the job, you can manifest the man, you can manifest abundance, you can manifest whatever you want, but it defeats the purpose when you don't think it's going to happen, or if you haven't healed from trauma or from the past, like I said a minute ago. Self-power and healing is your reading, is what I was saying to you. So you're still in the midst of learning life lessons. And healing, there's no time frame for healing, but you can let go. You can let go. You can forgive yourself for putting yourself in that situation for Eddie for as long as you did, for allowing maybe Eddie to mistreat you the way that he did. So forgive yourself for putting yourself in that situation. And then the most hardest thing to do is forgiving. I don't know. Is it easier to forgive yourself than forgive somebody else? I don't think so. But forgiving that person, forgiving yourself, and then forgiveness being sent out to the universe. It creates a break in the block. It's like, you know, that thing that the grief, the sadness, the fear, the feeling of being abandoned, the feeling of not having financial success, or the feeling of feeling lonely. That's all barriers, and it deflects what you're asking for. So in regards to your question, job energy looks good. What is meant for you will never pass you by. What is meant for you, you and God made a plan for you in this section of 2026. You made a plan, but you still have free will to do or not to do, to say or not to say, to let go or not to let go. It is still our gift. Free will is still the gift. So you choose the direction in which you want to go to. Now, when you have a soul blueprint, there are certain things that we want to experience, and we've signed that contract where we can't change it with the free will because we have chosen. So for example, when we have a soul blueprint, if I'm meant to have a violent relationship with you, we had a soul agreement before we came into the physical body, and that cannot change because within that lesson of violence, you're going to teach me something, I'm learning something from you, and I'm teaching you something. So we have certain soul contracts where we have to, you can't change it with free will because it was bound and bind by our soul agreement with God and the people that we're having that soul agreement with. But then all the little like minor things in our lives, like, should I go to the gym today? No. Those are free will choices. Should I go on a date with this guy even though something doesn't feel right? No, I don't know. Those are free will choices. But big ticket money lessons, like me being on the street or me having a violent or me having open heart, those are big ticket items that I needed to experience so my soul can evolve from that and basically balance out karma. Does that make sense, guys? Here we go. What does Jackie need to know? See, there's a lot of holding on here. This is you. And she is holding. What is she blocking? So she's stuck. She's not letting this thing go. She's stepping on security. She wants a certain security. She wants that long-term sense of security. But there's a part of her that's worried everything's going to change or nothing's going to change. The desire for long-term security, but not wanting to move out of the energy that you're in. So if you're standing still and not letting this go because you're standing on it, and then you block the biggest electromagnetic force field that actually pulls into you what you're manifesting, which is you blocking your heart chakra, then that's going to create problems. But in your head, it's like, I want stability, I want security, I want the money. Because remember, pentacles in the tarot world represents the physical world, physical earth, the physical body, the money, home. It's physical. It's all here on earth. So when you look at the pentacles card, it's like You want security, you want that desire, but then there's a part of you that always feels like I'm fighting for everything that I need. You need to surrender for everything that you need. You can fight all you want, but you're going to get tired. This is like fighting. And I always say, yes, fight for what you want and what you believe in, but also learn in the midst of it how to surrender. So go get what you want. Yeah, you want something, go get it. But you also have to learn to take action on the things that you want to do, but learn to surrender as well and let the universe and divine help you get what you need, because that's what they're there for. So this is you. Yeah, you're tired because you're not surrendering. This is her fighting everyone in the physical world. This is her fighting for money, security, the job, for recognition, for respect, and you needing to be your authentic self. This is fighting. Look at her. You're tired of fighting. That's why it's okay to fight for what you want, but learn how to surrender. Balance between fight and surrender. We live in a world of polarity, black and white, fear and love and fear. You have to learn to find a balance in these worlds, in the physical and the spiritual. We're in the physical, but our souls belong in the spiritual, and that spiritual soul part of us is in the physical body. So yes, fight for what you want, fight for what you believe in, remain on top of your game, be your authentic self, but learn in all of it, learn how to surrender, learn to cut out negative thoughts, words, situations, and people. Purge and feel what you're supposed to be feeling, because I'm not telling you not to feel what you're feeling. Feel it, but surrender and let it go. Don't hold on to it for too long. Ace of Swords is mental clarity, new challenges, and new beginnings. But with this sword, I cut out all of the other things that I just said. I've got an older masculine coming your way. If he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. Could be a lover or a friend or somebody that you could be collaborating with in and around the work arena or study or education. Now, the Emperor being you, because it's your reading, is getting to man mode. Going into man mode. Rosa, Glory Luz Rosaro. Glory, I got you. This being you is empowerment, respect and recognition, leadership, being a boss, calculating your moves, making plans for what you want to achieve. Here you go, your own business, working for yourself. That's my problem. I'm always in man mode. Yeah. We are both divine masculine and divine feminine. When you're in man mode, have you noticed, and you should go into man mode, especially during this time. So there are times and aspects in my life where I feel like I need to bring the dominant, well, I'm a Capricorn, so I'm masculine energy. Yes, I have boobs. And yes, I'm on my period. You're number 7, tracker, and I'm still on number 4. Do not gift, guys, if you've got to go somewhere, if you're in a rush. This is crazy. We are both divine masculine and divine feminine. And sometimes divine feminine needs to come forward and divine masculine needs to take a step back. Because divine feminine is more nurturing, more relaxing, more, patient. Divine masculine is, sweetie, divine feminine, take a step back. I'm going to come forth. I'm going to take care of it. And you don't have to worry about a thing. But then there's a need to balance both worlds. So if you're saying you're in divine masculine all the time, do you ever go into divine feminine energy? Because if you're in divine masculine and you're in divine masculine worrying energy, then you're going to burn yourself out. I'm just going to lose sight. Signal. Oh no, I don't like it when that happens. Yep, Mercury retrograde. Don't worry, I'm not yet. So the Emperor, you have to balance between masculine and feminine energy. And if you find yourself in man mode, don't you think that men burn out the energy? Wars, too much testosterone. Because we're woman, we both have we have that capacity to be both energies. So if you're saying I'm always divine masculine, you might need to get into divine feminine energy. Because if your divine masculine is in the energy of worries and fears and stressing out because you don't have, then that divine feminine is completely out of equilibrium. And then I've got another man in your energy. Freddie is a Capricorn. Is he January or is he December Capricorn? You would learn something from Freddie because he represents karma. So I've got two masculines around you, and this is an opportunity and a choice between two masculines. So if you are not currently in a relationship, you've got two people coming into your energy. And Capricorns are we're not very good at expressing our emotions or our feelings, just to let you know. Whether you're man or woman, Capricorns are very, I don't know about all Capricorns out there, but I know most of the Capricorns that I know, we are structured. We like discipline. We like things in order. I, as a Capricorn, my love language is giving, gifting, listening, giving advice if I need to. I don't like hugging. It makes me uncomfortable unless I'm making sweet love. But that's about it. So like if my daughter comes up, she's just going to have a hug. I'm like, okay, you can go now. So go into, it's okay to be divine masculine, but you have to find a balance between divine masculine and divine feminine. So if your masculine energy, if your divine masculine energy, and that's where you are right now, is paranoid, unsure and irritated and worried, pull divine feminine forward and say, listen, you go back there and have a break because you're stressing me out. And then bring your divine feminine energy forward and say, you know what? You got this. You're going to be okay. Just balance everything out. Breathe and reboot. So your guided message, oh my God, angel of balance. And I'm there going balance, masculine and feminine, yin and yang. Look at that angel of balance. I didn't even know. Call on the angel of balance, blue eyes. I've got the family card here. Look at that. So it says relatives, loyalty, friendship. So be around people that lift you up. Stay open-minded is your other guided message. It is time to release negativity. What did I say at the beginning of your reading? Let go. Let go. Just release and let go of the person, the thought, the feeling. And then you've got the planning card. So Jackie, it says, what is most important to you? What goals do you want to achieve? Maybe it's money. Maybe it's love. Maybe it's work related. Set out clear intentions. Write down your goals as though you've already achieved them. How does it feel? It's the feeling. Biggest electromagnetic force field in the physical human body. It's the feeling that activates the manifestation. Did I not say that at the beginning of your reading? Bringing you into alignment with your goals into reality. She's not in alignment. She's just fighting all the time. Mentally, physically, spiritually. You need to fall into alignment. If your heart chakra is blocked and you are fighting for what you need, and yes, do that, but learn to find balance between fight and surrender, then you're going to align your goals into your reality. Do the work. I feel like a lot of people that I read for want answers through tarot, but they don't do the work. They don't do the work of surrendering, releasing worries and fears and stresses and worrying about love and worrying about relationship and worrying about bills and worry. Do you know, I cannot be around people like that. I know that sounds bad. And a lot of my when I go on my platform, this is why I always have to have a long break when I do tarot, because I'm absorbing everybody's energy and I want to heal you. I want to do the healing, but in order to heal you, I have to absorb your stuff. But you have to do the work. I do the work. You have to do the work. You have to meditate. You have to talk to your angels and your guides and your loved ones. You have to learn how to surrender. I've got 2 more spaces. If anybody's interested in getting on my list, 10 cards for the carousel. I just pinned it on the bottom of the screen. Because I notice, You know, there are some, I've had clients that I've been reading for 10 years, right? Like clockwork, they come to me every 3 months, every 6 months, like clockwork, to get a reading. And then I've had clients where I've read for 10 years ago 3 times. And they would say to me, Anna, after the 3rd reading, I put into action all the advice that you'd given me. Do you think I hear from these people again? They only tell me that they're abundant, they have their own business, they bought their house, they finally got pregnant, they finally met the love of their life because they put it into practice. When you do the work, you're not going to need me anymore. You're not going to need me anymore. And that's where I want to get everyone. Evolve. Evolve and grow. Evolve and grow. Do the work. It's not going to do it by itself. And I love that. I will, those people who do the work, I'll probably hear from them every once a year. They just want a whole year reading. What does the energy look like for the whole year? And let me know what's going in. And then they'll go, I want a birth chart reading for the whole year. Let me know so I can navigate through the waters of 2026. So they get a reading and then they get a birth chart reading. And then now they know how to navigate. That's why I never hear from these people again. Because they all say to me, I'm doing the work. I've done the work, Anna. What you said was correct. What you said was right. I had to do the work. I had to put time and energy into meditation, into study, learning about my body, learning about physical, mental, spiritual, emotional body, to learn about chakras, I had to learn about, and it's fabulous. Do the work. You're getting a reading and you want to know why nothing has unfolded. Why isn't the man here yet? Why haven't I got the job yet? Why haven't I got this yet? Why is it taking so long? Why? Why is because you're not doing the work. You have to unlock your potential. I'm only here to give you a guideline to unlock your potential so you can live your best life and manifest like crazy. Because once you know how to manifest, it is so easy. So easy. So I hope that helps you in some way. Jackie, love and light to you. Sylvia. I've got Sylvia, Diana, Tracker and Glory. If anybody else would like to get on my list, I've got 2 more spaces left. It is the carousel that will give you 10 cards. And of course, I'm going to pin this up, post this up on my YouTube channel. All right. Once I'm done with my list, I'm going to start reading for everybody in the room that I have not yet read for. I want to try and get to as many people as possible, as everyone actually in the room. Just be patient with me, guys, because I would like to get my gifters out of the way. Sylvia, I'll do a general reading for you, Sylvia, until I can see your question. Again, I've got 2 more spaces, so if you would like to get on my list and you would like to get a 10-card reading, it is the carousel above the screen or in the gift box below. Does anyone go to the gym when they're on day 1 of their period? Just out of curiosity. I have worked out before on like the first day of my period, but I mean, I felt like I was going to die. Sylvia, 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 come forward, please. Sylvia. Sylvia. I will get to everyone in the room once I'm done with... Hi, honey. I'm going to do a general reading for you until I can see your question. Sylvia. All right. Sylvia. I didn't see the question. No, honey. I've got the I'm here. I'm on the first day, man, and it sucks. I can see, Sylvia, that I'm here. And did you see my question? Angels, guides, loved ones. I don't know if anybody else is being as triggered as I am, but I'm telling you guys, this is a very triggering energy right now. And I'm not surprised because of the planetary alignments. Sylvia, I've been having, I had arguments with family members, and then I'll talk to my cousin who's across the globe, and she's like, I had a fight with my siblings, and I'm like, oh my God, everyone's going through it, being triggered. Maybe are you able to email it to me, Sylvia? You can keep copy and paste, honey. Hopefully I can see it and it will pop up. I can tell you what I'm feeling until I see your question. My email address. Okay, here we go. You did break up. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Tell me how you feel after the breakup. Because I felt, if I remember correctly, I think you had enough. You had it up to here. I know, but this person wasn't really pulling their weight, were they? I feel your emotions. I feel your emotions. I feel like you need to spend time with your family. Or people that will help you. I feel like you need to avoid like situations that can drain your emotions during this time frame. Angry at yourself for what? What angry at yourself for what? What are you angry at yourself for? This is not a good emotion to have during Mercury retrograde. Believe me. Angry at yourself for what? I just heard keep going. Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel. Yeah, Lady J, you did miss your reading. Because I had Lady J and then I did Blue Eyes and now I'm on Sylvia. Guys, you should never pay for a reading if you're busy or if you're going somewhere or if you're driving, because I can't go back to it. Okay, I have it recording. Oh, good. You know better. You know best. Good. You have missed it, but you clearly didn't. Oh, good. I done it. Yes, honey. Yes. Yes. You're angry at yourself because I waited so long. So what is the mixed emotions about then? You're angry at yourself. I'm just trying to get it in order before I start reading for you. You're angry at yourself because you waited for too long, but you've got mixed emotions about you think you should have left this person sooner. So where does the mixed emotions come in? If you know you did the right thing, why is it mixed emotions? You knew he wasn't for me. It's mixed emotions because you still love and care about him, even though you knew he wasn't for you. You'll get through it. You'll get past it. All right. What's next for you? If you would like to get on my list, I have 2 more spaces. It is the carousel on the bottom of the screen that will get you on my list, and that will get you 10 cards. I'm about to do a 10-card reading now for Sylvia. What's next for you? The first thing that I heard when I'm connecting to you, Sylvia, is very chaotic energy for me that you have now exited out of. I felt like when I'm in the energy with the person that you've broken up with, I felt upheaval, disaster, downfall, turmoil, tension, argumentative, stress. It is what it is. Accept it. And I feel like there's clarity coming in. Focus on the things that you're trying to manifest. Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, walked into my energy and said, tell her to keep going. I feel like you need to have a trip, go on an airplane, travel and relocation. I feel like as I'm connecting to you, it's like happy-go-lucky energy, more adventure energy now that you're not with this person. You're on your own. You've got the freedom. Go and have some fun. Go out with the girls. Like travel. This is the time that you should be having a bit more fun, having like short breaks, seeking happiness, be more enthusiastic. Independent energies now coming in. You know, I've been on my own for 14 years. 14. It's fabulous. Now, don't get me wrong. I miss a little bit of wood here and there. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. But that's not the point. I've got 2 trips planned. Good. You need to add some more to the list. Because this is about energy healing work for you now. Yeah? Energy healing work. This is important for you during this time frame. This is the time where people are going to be talking about divorces, breakups, hate my job, need to leave, start a new business. Yes, but 14 years of being single, I am so independent in every way. I'm telling you, it feels good to not have to rely or depend on anyone. When you are on your own for such a long extended period of time, this is what has anyone else seen on TikTok these men that are literally doing interviews saying women don't need men anymore because all we do is give them grief and depression. They don't need us anymore to take care of business. They don't need us to do repairs and fix their house. They don't need repairs to, get off because they can do it. They can take care of themselves and they do it better than we do. Women are more self-sufficient nowadays because they make their own money. Have you seen them men on TikTok set? And I'm like, yes, brother. Yes, brother. Midwest. I've got so comfortable living on my own. I've been single for 5 years. Tracker. Look at that. I felt fantastic when the father of my kids left. Blue eyes. It is unbelievably empowering. It's unbelievably empowering. And I thought about it this morning before I came on my live, and I was thinking to myself, women, periods, breast pain, ovary problems. When you have your period, it feels like your vagina lips is heavy bags of shopping being pulled down into the ground. Your nipples are completely tender and it feels like, you don't want breasts because it's so fucking sensitive and it hurts just to do this. Yeah. And not only that, we have to push out water lemons from our vaginas. Yeah. And then what happens when we push out these fucking water lemons from our vaginas, being our children? They don't take our name. Oh no, they take the man's name. And then we have to breastfeed them, look after them. And then we have to get sexy again for our man. And then we have to cook and clean and we have to sleep with them. And then we have to go to work still. I mean, the shit that women have to deal with is just, this is why we can rule the world. Okay? Yeah, I wish boobies can detach the tongue. You're damn right. I was sitting there and I'm like, God bless all of these women in the world. The shit that we have to go through. Physically, mentally, spiritually. And what do men have to go through? Their voice will break, I suppose. What is the worst thing that can happen to a man? Circumcision, depending on your religion or your culture. Yeah. Maybe if you get kicked in the nuts, that must be really painful. You try pushing out a watermelon from the end of your dick. They have no fucking clue. No clue the shit that we have to go through. So I'm just letting you know, Sylvia, make trips, make plans, go forth and prosper. Just live life. Because we've already done the taking care of the kids, the taking care of our parents, the taking care of our husbands, the taking care of our partners. We need to fucking take care of ourselves because we always leave that to last. Now is not the time to do this anymore. Sorry. Sylvia, keep going. Everything you planted is coming to fruition. The fruits of your labor are going to pay off. Reap what you sow. Oh my God, thanks for I'm eating a watermelon. I'm eating a melon. Thanks for the visual. Hey man, I'm here to help. So the 7 of coins is about planting seeds, waiting to fruition, money, security, stability. Be patient because good things are coming your way, honey. You might not be able to see it right now, but you have to make sure that you're focusing on all the things that you do want. Oh my God. Oh yes. Oh, hell yeah. Look at these cards. They're so good. So you've got the 7 of coins, which is everything that you're asking for, everything that you're planting, everything that you're working hard for is going to come to fruition. Just be patient, honey. Be patient with yourself. Healing takes time. I know you're in mixed feelings right now, but this is a good thing for you because you're at a cycle where we needed to change, something had to change, or you could have stayed in the same cycle and then it would have just turned into mush and bullshit, and then you would have been beating yourself up because, you know, we're not getting any younger, people, we're getting older, right? So it feels, the energy around this is like, you didn't want to look in the mirror again 4 years later and go, I'm still in the same situation. This person that I'm with hasn't changed and I've gone older. We don't want that in our lives. We've got to move forward. Yes, I was tired of him. So mixed feelings, I get it. You're entitled to have mixed feelings, but you don't need to. You don't need to have it. There is going to be some good news coming your way. I'm seeing study and education as I'm connecting to you. Study, education, good news, a message or an offer. You might even be doing some volunteer work to pass the time. You might even want to study or go and educate yourself or have a creative idea or creative project later on down the line, Sylvia. I am seeing, as I'm connecting to you, opportunities to work still, partnership, collaboration, brushing up on your craftsmanship. This represents teamwork and again, collaboration. And if these people aren't here yet, so you've got 2 money cards on the table. Focus on money, work and career. Focus on your investments because the energy around money looks good for you. I am seeing, as I'm connecting to you, victory, success and recognition. Being awarded. So it's like, you know, all the things that you needed recognition from the person that is no longer in your matrix, or from the people that you need recognition from. Guess what? It will happen, but it's a little too late. It's just a little too late, a little too wrong. And I can't wait. You, all the right things to say. No, it's just a little too late. And then you got the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is new relationship, new opportunities. So you even got a new relationship waiting on the horizon. I highly recommend that you don't go in there just yet. Have some time to yourself. Not 14 years or 5 years like Tracker, but have some time, you know, to heal the energy, to heal your vibration, to purge all of the sperm that's gone inside your physical body, because energy is transferable and real. And if his energy was chaotic and all that sperm is inside of you, we need to get rid of it, and we need to purge it out of our body, and it needs to be only our juices in our physical body. But you do have an opportunity for love, Sylvia, coming your way if you want it. And even if you didn't want it, tough shit, it's still in your energy, because the Ace of Cups is new love. A soulmate, a relationship. And look what's anchoring your reading. Good karma. The balancing of the karmic scales. Oh my God. This is justice will be served, cause and effect, win-win situation, the balancing of the scales, the signing of the contract, a new house, a new car, a new job, a marriage, all of the above. So you've already got so many things that you have to look forward to. Bye is what you need to say. Show the world the real you. Show the world the real you. Be your authentic self. Your psychic abilities are going to blow wide open. Yeah, wide open in 2026. Clairaudience is hearing the sounds on the, like the message on the radio, listening to somebody's conversation without trying to, but what you're asking for, you're getting that information because 2 people are talking about it. So it's saying for you to pay attention to your whispers and the messages. I'm sorry about the whole eating. Genital juices. That's worse. And then you've got love is your energy. So you need to put the love back onto yourself as I'm connecting into your energy, Sylvia. And then you've got the sun. It's the best card. Best card ever. Travel, relocation, holiday, material abundance, joyous outcome, success and victory. And then you've got reason or a season as your guided message. It says, oh, look at that. People come into your life for a reason, a season or a lifetime. The problem starts when we put them back into the wrong bracket. Allow those that come into your life, to let you love, understand and evolve. Remember, some stay and some we let go. And we let go of that one, didn't we? We sure did. So you haven't done anything wrong. I know you're feeling mixed feelings, but you don't need to, because it was meant to happen. You got good karma. You got good, there's going to be balance in your energy. So the energy feels absolutely, this is healing, man. And you need to have either long breaks or short breaks in 2026. That's what you need to be doing. So I've got Diana, I've got Tracker and Glory on my list. If anybody would like to get an in-depth reading, it is 10 cards. It is the carousel above the screen or in the gift box below. Diana, you're next on my list. Angels and guides and loved ones. This is for Diana, please. You're so welcome. I love you too, honey. You're allowed to feel this mixed feelings energy. You can, but you're not allowed to hold on it for too long because it will weigh you down. And there's no point of it. You are where you are supposed to be right now. And if you had stuck around in that relationship, there would have been some serious problems. Because it was already arising anyway, isn't it? All right, general reading, business, finances, and personal. Diana. I feel like I just saw two roads. So when I see two roads in my peripheral vision, when I see two, not peripheral vision, in my third eye, I can see that there is like crossroads energy, a decision to be made around this avenue, business, finances, or in your personal life, to make a choice or a change in your energy. I'm also seeing North Node in your energy, the North Node. As I'm connecting into your energy, I feel highly sensitive when I'm with you. Hold on a minute. I'm feeling highly sensitive as I'm with you, Diana. I feel like I have to say to you that you need to explore your options around business, finances, or in your personal life. I feel like as I'm connecting to you, I feel like you need to spend time in like contemplation and meditation and seek some sort of order for a greater understanding in your own energy. And you need to look around you is what I'm also hearing. I also feel like there's going to be a massive change. If there was a stagnant energy around you, Diana, in terms of personal life, business, or finances, and then that feeling of, feeling a bit of, I don't know, like certain things might be falling apart, or this is the mindset that you're in, or you're feeling a bit of despair, or you feel like hopelessness energy. I've got a divine masculine coming your way. Could be a friend, could be a lover, but very divine masculine. I am feeling as I'm connecting to you as well, you're at a destiny point. There's something about education and school. There's something about the shooting star. There's something about you being a beacon of light. There's something about you being on a journey in this energy. There's something about development and developing or both. Yeah. All right, here we go. What do you need to know? Diana, what do you need to know? Diana, what does Diana need to know, please? So those are the things that I picked up on. Here we go. See, if things have been stagnant for a while, the Hangman, it doesn't like this hopelessness feeling, or maybe it didn't work out the way you wanted it to work out. You need to look at your situation from another perspective and another point of view is what I'm seeing. If something didn't work out the way you wanted it to work out, it was not meant to work out this way because something better is coming along. So if you felt like the energy was stuck, or the Tower card is upheaval, destruction, there needed to be a change, but there was a delay, you need to get into the energy of being more optimistic than pessimistic, because the way I'm seeing your energy, and it's so funny because I said we're in between Rahu and Ketu, which is the head and the tail of the dragon, and I said that you're in the North Node energy. You're at a destiny point when it comes to business, finances, and your personal life, but you need to explore. You need to understand these emotions and feelings that you're feeling is just you going into more. You're getting into more of your spiritual energy, which means there's an opening, like an opening up energy. You got to let go of some stuff that you're holding on to, because the sensitivity picks up on everybody else's vibration, and you need to discern because of the change that's coming your way. I am seeing absolute abundance in your energy, but the first card I want to show you is healer. So you energetically, business, finances, personally, you are going to energetically pick up on frequencies that you might feel an imbalance energy. If something needs to change, you have to change it. I am very sensitive. Yep, Mercury retrograde, Rahu Ketu, 7 planets in between, merging together in the dragon head of the dragon, tail of the dragon, because there is something coming your way that you need to make a decision on. Because I feel crossroads. There's 2 roads in front of me when I'm connecting into your energy. So it could be a business or it can be personal right now. It could be business or personal. The Strength card is indicating to me though, and you've got all major arcana cards on the table, by the way. This is fate and destiny. It's going to happen whether you like it or not. So there was a period in your life where you felt like, is there going to be a change? And then when the energy was a bit stagnant or it felt stuck, it felt like, the crumbling down of your world. And then you had to pick up the pieces or rebuild business to some degree. And it felt like you felt heavy burdens that you're carrying of everybody else's as well as your own, making you feel hypersensitive or hyper tired. But it's because you are ultimately born the healer. The Strength card, self-love. This is time. I don't know if you were in here in the beginning for my astrology, but I said this is the time where things are going to trigger you. The world is being triggered right now, and this is a good time to meditate and go within. Spending some time on your own, going into hermit mode. The Strength card is telling me that you need to do some self-love and take care of yourself. There is going to be a shift and change around your business and your finances, and it's actually going to lead to absolute abundance, because the Empress is the queen, all the queens rolled into one. The Empress is the business owner. The Empress is the woman who doesn't work for anyone. The Empress is somebody who is able to control the narrative. So there is going to be a shift and the change in your energy, but I feel like it's going to be very abundant. The shift and the change is going to be good for you is what I'm feeling. But this is something that you need to make a choice or a decision on. Ultimately, business, finances, and your personal life is abundant. It's very abundant. Yes. Do you know what the cement boots are? Mercury retrograde. 2026 is, I don't know if you heard the Vedic astrology a couple of weeks back, but I said to you, this is like war on the water energy. This is very explosive energy. This is Mars energy. It's a war energy. And I said this weeks back. And then weeks after I said that, Donald Trump did what he did. And it rippled from where he threw that thing all the way to me. I felt absolutely ill. I felt sick. And I didn't know what happened to me. It hit me like a ton of bricks. And I didn't know it happened until my daughter told me about it. And I was like, oh my God, that's why I felt what I felt. Because it made no sense. But it will end in victory. So it does feel like you've got cement boots. Me too, honey. Me too. Everything around business is slow. And it's not for just with me. It feels like everyone's looking for employment. Everyone's trying to make money around their business. The energy feels really stagnant. Yes, everyone, including me, it is stagnant. It is intense energy. But this energy will pass. So the month of March, you have to. There's nothing else you can do. The month of March is very heavy. Going into the first week of April, I feel like this whole year is about spiritual evolution in the world collectively and in your own personal life. Very intense. Been feeling super slow, very slow. Remember, your thoughts create your reality, Diana. If your thoughts create your reality and you feel like you've got cement boots on, yeah, all tied up, thoughts create the reality. You got to envision cloud boots. Envision cloud boots on your feet instead of cement boots. Thoughts create your reality. Dreams, visions, manifestation, thoughts. Look at that. Thoughts create your reality. So if thoughts create your reality and the universe is telling you to go into your thoughts, visions, manifestation, imagination, then yeah, you are going to have cement boots. A time rather to shake it off and say it's going to get better. That's how you move forward. It's time to give rather than take. That card always represents for me when I'm going into one and feeling like I can't do it anymore. I always make sure that I go and cater to somebody who does not have what I have. A homeless person on the street being great. Homeless people humble me in so many ways. And it doesn't have to be a homeless person, because I have family in the Philippines who work 13 hours for £1 to buy a bag of rice. It's just, and that's why I try not to let that happen anymore. So I send money to the Philippines all the time. Expansion. So do you remember when I said to you, Diana, change? This is the expansion card. It says, firstly, trust in yourself, listen to your gut, focus, manifest, and care about how you feel. Look for new feelings and emotions. Be open to receiving new people and opportunities. Variety and contrast help you to grow. So that is your, and I did say to you there's a change, and your card says expansion. So your energy is expanding. Nothing can stay the same anyway. And anchoring your reading, thank God, it's a victory card. It's victorious. So even though the energy does feel a bit stagnant and the energy does feel a little bit tight, you don't worry about that, because the change is coming. You know, what I heard my guides say is, Anna, because I'm still ill and I've never been sick for 10 days. Not a cold, not blocked chest. It always tries to come in and I end up fighting it, but I was not able to shake this off because of Mercury retrograde. So I will say this to you. It has to get bad before it gets good, but there is definitely a shift and a change in all of our lives. There's definitely a shift and change in consciousness. So yes, things are changing. Things are changing. Explore your options. Explore. Tracker. All right, I'm going to close my list in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Where's my... Oh, God. The change is real. It is going to happen. I'll keep my list open for another 15 minutes. Once the alarm clock goes off, I'm going to... Oh, for God's sake, come on then. I will just cater to everybody else in the room, starting now. Okay. All right. Tracker. Everyone's asking about the same thing. Career, finances, and personal. Angels, guides, loved ones, this is for Tracker. What does Tracker need to know, please? I've got Tracker and Glory. And then my list will close in 40 minutes. And then I will cater to everybody in the room that I have not yet read for, because I would like to give everybody an opportunity to get a reading. The first thing that I feel as I'm connecting to you, Tracker, is something about recognition and empowerment. I feel like the time is ripe for like seeking like new opportunities. I keep seeing 11 like new opportunities around your business, because career, finances, and personal is a general reading with everything. So it's like, this is the time now to seek new opportunities. I keep seeing 1111, which is actually the master. So it's learning important lessons and then teaching what you've learned, or evolving through education, studying, creation. Because there's something about a new beginning, or you're beginning to manifest what you're thinking, focusing on. I also feel like I need to laugh as I'm connecting into your energy, Tracker. So laughing. I feel like there is going to be peace with you. I've got peace in my, I just heard peace. I also feel like there's something about social networking, being around certain people, I feel. I also feel protection from the cosmos, the universe. I also feel like you have to pay attention to your dreams and your vision. So dream journaling will be really good for you. Those are the things that I'm picking up on. I feel like empowerment during this time frame in your personal and your work life. It feels like You're going to start to feel a bit stronger going forward, like more energized. I feel like if there was anything that was overwhelming, look at it and then let it pass. I feel like there's going to be a lot of activities that are going to come your way in the next couple of months. But I feel like there's something, a sense of empowerment attached to you. Overriding certain things that doesn't match your energy or your frequency is what I'm hearing as I'm connecting to you. Tracker. Here we go. Oh. So far so good. Okay. Not happy at your workplace, not happy with the business, not happy about your personal life or something in your personal life or in life in general where you work or your personal life. If something feels heavy or you're not happy about something, you might have to reevaluate it. Because when you've got the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Wands is you carrying the heavy burdens of everybody else as well as your own. The 10 of Wands always represents feeling stressed and exhausted and, again, feeling too many heavy burdens in your energy. That's the energy of the 10 of Wands. This is you carrying a lot on your shoulders. And this is you needing to purge, release, and let go of something that no longer serves you. I also feel like I'm seeing trainers in your energy. So trainers for me always represents having a physical outlet, like going to the gym, going for a run, going for a swim, going for a bike ride. It's something in and around this energy. When I get trainers in my third eye, it always tells me about health. So health is about, again, like I said, a physical outlet or changing your diet, drinking plenty of water, adding something a bit more energetic to your diet, taking vitamins to some degree, something in and around this energy. 9 of Cups tells me that you've got some sort of wish fulfillment coming your way. So wishes coming true, material abundance, and also representation of good health. So take care of that because it seems to me like you've got some stuff to do. So when it comes to finances or when it comes to business, you're supposed to have your own business or be the boss of the company that you're working for. The Queen of Coins is always, again, resourceful and domestically skilled and self-sufficient, but she's also a wise investor, practical leader, solid energy, hardworking, responsible and reliable. And in saying that, the Queen of Coins is always an earth energy, earthbound energy. So needing to go out in Mother Nature, grounding yourself. There's something about a change or a necessary change in those avenues in which you've asked me for. So if you were talking about work or you were talking about finances or you were talking about in your personal life, you might have to reevaluate all three because there is going to be a shift. There needs to be a shift, actually, because the 6 of Coins represents necessary changes, travel, relocation, and a move. And it's something that you've asked for. So when you got the Star card, it represents a miracle coming your way. Like light a candle and make a wish. A renewed sense of hope, clarity, being in the spotlight to some degree, having faith and not losing your faith in universe, God, divine. Need to let go of heavy burdens and conflict. Because this is challenges, conflicted. If it's not in the mind, then if it's not internal, then it's external. Challenges, obstacles, rivalry, sports play, back and forth energy, listening to what other people are saying, it creating heavy burdens on your own life, on your own energy in and around the work. So there are 2 cards in your reading that needs to be worked on. Stay away from conflict, challenges, people who bring you down. Let go of any heavy burdens because the rest of your cards are all fabulous. Star, moving out of rough waters, coins, money, and health and wish fulfillment. I didn't even realize it. There are 2 wish cards in the deck and you got both of them. This is wish fulfillment and so is this. You can light a candle and make 2 wishes. Light 2 candles and make a wish. And make sure your heart, mind, body, and soul tracker is in alignment with the wish that you're asking for so you can receive it sooner rather than later. Get rid of any fears that you're holding on to. Get rid of any people or any anxiety or people that are jealous of you or people that, again, trigger you. Conflicting energy. Strategize. There you go. make plans, right? And then accept struggle as a lesson, because everything is a lesson. It's like anything that we signed up for that we look at and go, I hate this, why am I going through this? If you was ever to cross over to the other side, you'll actually be like, oh my God, I chose to experience that. What a moron. Luck is on your side. Look at that. And then you've got strength. It says you hold the power within your own hands. Regain the power within you. Focus only on the good. You are strong and capable of achieving and manifesting anything. Strength. So we all have the power to shift and change our lives. Would I get approved to get the car? Let's have a look and see. Would I get approved for a new car loan? Angels, guides, loved ones, will you be approved? Will Tracker be approved to get a car loan, please? And thank you. I have a yes. I feel like intuitively you know you'll get approved. I have a yes. I do feel like there's a little bit of a delay here because I feel like you might be worrying about it, and Mercury retrograde will play a part in the worry. But I do feel like this, you'll have it, yeah. I say yes. If there is a delay, it will be because of Mercury retrograde. But ultimately, the answer to this question is yes. So, Tracker, I hope that helps you in some way. All right, Glory, you're the last one on my list. My list is closing in 6 minutes. Glory, angels, guides, loved ones, what does Glory need to know, please, in love and light? Once I am done with Glory, I'm going to start reading for everybody in the room that I have not yet read for, because I want to give everybody an opportunity to get a chance to get a reading. Oh. Please, God, take away my period. I'm okay with getting old. I'm all right. I'm okay with it. I'm all right with white hair. I've done my time. I'm good. Just get it out. Get it out of me. It is so heavy, man. It's just too much. Are you currently in a relationship or are you single, Glor? Everyone's asking you about the general. Is crazy. Because the Mercury retrograde does that to you. It makes you feel like everything's up in the air. You're in a relationship. All right. Relationship, career, guidance. The first thing that I'm feeling as I'm connecting to you is, why am I seeing a frog? Why am I seeing a pregnancy? If this pregnancy isn't you, angels, guides, loved ones, for Glory, what does Glory need to know? I've got family, fertile pregnancy in your energy. I've got divine feminine, mothering and nurturing. If you're of age and you're still on your red dragon and you're able to have a child, then there's a potential or a possibility for that later on down the line. I am, but I'm a mother of two. If you are still young enough to have a child, it's in your energy. Okay? Even, especially if you're in a relationship. I've got protection, I've got a guardian, and I've got supporting energy around you. I've got, there's something about your path being cleared to make a change. I just heard that your path is being cleared to make a change that previously might have seemed unachievable. But now the energy for you is also shifting. I also feel like you need to detach from a situation that might feel out of alignment on some level. I feel like as I'm connecting to you, I'm seeing like the need for balance. I'm seeing needing to be fair. It's either someone needing to be fair with you. There's something about artist or creative energy, which is something that you might need to be investing into. Judgmental and indecisive energy as well. But my relationship has been rocky. Indecisive energy. And then I said, why am I seeing a frog? Well, a frog's not a prince, is it? A frog isn't a prince. You know how I always say over the years, you might have to kiss a couple of frogs before you get to your prince. If it's rocky, then this is time. This is it. Like, there are people that I know that have been married for like over 30 years and they're talking about divorce. And I'm like, wow, is it there's more than one person saying this to me, by the way, with their partners. So the first thing that I heard with you is if your relationship is feeling a bit rocky, you might need to detach yourself from the frog, because I saw a frog. And a prince is no frog. He would say I'm indecisive. It's like you're going to have a lot of abundance in your energy, a lot of it. But there is something about pregnant woman. Yeah, go ahead, close it. There's something about pregnant woman. It's either you've got ideas that you want to give birth to, or it's a pregnancy. If it's not you, it'll be in the family. Glory. What do you need to know, please? Relationship and work. Whoa. I don't know. You're very self-sufficient. The story goes, you asked me about work and career. That looks amazing, okay? That looks really good. So around a career, if you're currently not happy in the current situation that you're in the workplace, you do have to reevaluate it because something bigger and better is coming your way. The Justice card is good karma, cause and effect, win-win situations, and the signing of the important document. It could be a new job, a new career, yes, because the Queen of Coins is a business owner or I'm closing my list, is a business owner. Hold on. Hold on. So is the business owner self-sufficient, domestically skilled, the jack of all trade? I've been waiting to leave my job to pursue more personal endeavors, ideas. Yes, it's time to give birth to it. It's time to move forward with it. This is the time of month of March to plan it because the energy is so wobbly right now. It's time to move after, I will say a little bit after March, then go forward with it. Something has to change though. Something has to change. And it seems to me like there will be a change in your current situation. Now I've got an ending on the table. The ending of the old career and the beginning of the brand new career. Or it could also fall into the bracket of needing to reevaluate your relationship if it's not going where you want it to, because something has to end. So if you're asking me about relationships and you're asking about your business or finances or your career, something has to change on both avenues. Because if you don't make that choice or decision, the universe will always play a part to make the change to get you on the path that you need to be on, because we're always on the right path, but sometimes we turn left or right and we're in a situation longer than we should be in, and then you have to go back onto your straight path, because we have to turn left and right to learn and educate ourselves as well as somebody else. But in the midst of all of this, in the middle of your reading, because I've still got another 2 cards left, something has to change, and it's around because you are specifically about a relationship and your career. So the career looks great. Now, I will say this about your relationship. You were married to each other in a past life. You had unfinished business together. There will be a time in the relationship, if it doesn't lead to like marriage, it has to you have to separate. He's too controlling. Honey, your career and your relationship is changing. Now, I got a frog. So if he's controlling, he's not a king. He's not even a knight. He's a frog. So you have to kiss a couple of frogs before you get to your king, your prince. So I feel, as I'm connecting to you, it's crazy, really. There is a shift and a change in both your relationship and in your career. There has to be a shift. Because the Ten of Swords, so in regards to what the whole, let's look at it as a whole, your career and the relationship, you know what you need to do. You're coming out as the High Priestess. Don't second guess it. What are you waiting for? There has to be a necessary change. Something has to change. So the High Priestess is the one who can see without seeing, sense and feel that something needs to shift and change in and around my career and in and around this relationship, because something doesn't feel right. You need to do it now before the universe does it for you. It's better if you do it than the universe, because sometimes the universe gives us a really serious kick in the pants. And the lesson that we learn from the universe, because what they do is they try to warn us, like intuitive hits, the way the person is acting, something doesn't feel good or something doesn't feel right. Now, if there is no change, there's a possibility that you could get pregnant with this controlling person, and then you're trapped in the situation. I don't know if you have kids with this person. I don't know if this is the father of your children, but there needs to be a shift. There will be a triple lockdown. If you've got 2 kids, there's going to be a third one coming in. There needs to be healing done underneath the surface of all things, which is being done, because the Temperance card is Archangel Raphael. Balance, harmony, moderation, and filling up your own cup. Something has to change. Anchoring your reading, you're dealing with somebody childish and immature, bit of a frog. It's the most immature page in the deck. Cutthroat, brutally honest, stoic. Like you said, controlling. Can be really immature and express words, and you're like, did you actually just say those words? I don't like it. I don't want it for you. But I can't tell you what to do because you're free will. I will say this, though. There is going to be a change in your career, and there is going to be a change in the relationship. I don't want to be with somebody controlling. This is what I'm saying. 14 years. I've had control already. Being told what to do, certain way. You know, I don't like that. I'm a cappy. Don't like being told what to do. The doctors told me not to have a child. I went and had a child. Doctors told me not to go swimming and exert myself. I am a swimmer. I can hold my breath under the water for so long, and I go to the gym and work out. I haven't for ages because that's why I got a really big belly, but I just was told that I was not supposed to do certain things, and when you tell me I can't do it, I'm going to go and bloody do it. So you need to reevaluate your whole situation here, and you need to make moves. Because if you don't make moves, the universe is going to make it for you, and it's better that you do it, because the way the universe does it makes it so uncomfortable. A personal situation is going to reach resolution. Yes, you're right. I've been feeling like he'll never change, and I compromise way too. When you're in a divine, loving relationship, the compromise should be balanced. Justice. Balanced. Equal balance, give and take. And if you are the one who's compromising more, then he's not the one that needs to change. You're the one that needs to change. You can. No one is going to change who you are but you. There isn't somebody out there that's going to change me. I have to change me. You are never alone. Your psychic abilities are going to blow wide open. You got the High Priestess card. Trust your sensitivity, trust your feelings, and trust your instinct. You are a clairsentient. So if you've been feeling like he'll never change and you've got feelings, instincts, and sensitivity, then yes, you're picking up on the right thing. This is a journey that you're on. You need to reevaluate your journey and cross that bridge. New horizons. I think it lines up. New horizons. It says, new opportunities present themselves in many ways. Don't be afraid to take a leap of faith. Be brave. Love without fear. Laugh without limitations. Keep your eyes firmly on the future, opportunities, and people that surround you. So there's going to be many options, many opportunities coming your way, sweetheart, and you're going to lose sight of it because you're in a froggy situation. You're in a froggy kind of a relationship. And then you're compromising your happiness for somebody else. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I hope that helps you, Glory. You know what you need to do, honey. You know what you need to do. Oh, you're so welcome, Lady J. I was able to watch my reading. Thank you so much. Very on point. I like being on point. All right. I'm going to start reading because my list is now closed. So I'm going to read for everybody in the room who I've not yet read for. I want to make sure that I'm fair. And I'm going to... Okay, here we go. Gemma. Angels and guides and loved ones. This is for Gemma. What does Gemma need to know, please, in love and light? What does the universe need you to know, Gemma? Gemma. What does the universe need you to know, Gemma? What does the universe need you to know? Get out of your head. You have nothing to fear. You literally have nothing to fear. Anything that you deem as negative or toxic or low vibe, when the devil card is upside down, it's recovery, leaving situations that no longer serve you. I've got an older masculine coming in. If he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. He could be a lover, he could be a friend. So again, there's a shift and a change in your energy, but there needs to be a shift and a change in your thought pattern and the way that you're thinking. Let it go. Surrender, release, and move on past it. This is what I'm seeing as I'm connecting into your energy, Gemma. A shift and a change in your energy. Your guided message is balance spirituality with practicality. You have nothing to worry about. I also feel like you've got money in your energy as well. Money, pay rise, a promotion, or the investment that's going to pay off. Lady House, Louise. Louise, any messages from Mum? Mum. I'm seeing a diamond. I don't know if this is a kite. I don't know if it's a diamond ring. I don't know what this... There's a diamond-shaped energy around you. I don't know if you're going to receive something from your mother that belongs to her and you haven't yet received it, Louise. But it feels like there's something about diamond, or it could even be represent the diamond in the rough. Okay. Okay, Mum. I feel like when I'm connecting into your energy, you need to pay attention to the dragonflies. I've got like the glow flies. So we don't have that here in the UK. Glow flies, you know, the flies that glow in the night. Because I feel like that's going to be your light. That's going to be your guidance. I feel like as I'm connecting to you, you need to restore, renew your hope is what I'm feeling as I'm connecting to you, Louise. You've got to get out of your own way, Louise. You got to get out of your own way. You need to be your authentic self, fight for what you believe in. There are going to be people around you that might test your patience and make you feel like, try to knock you down or make you feel like you're unworthy. But you need to remain on top of your game. And again, you need to fight for what you believe in. There is a turning point in your life, Louise, is what I can hear. Travel and relocation, a new vehicle. I also feel like you're going to be mindful of the words that you express, because remember, words become things, right? So be mindful of the words that you're expressing, because words become some things. I also feel like as I'm connecting to you, you're supposed to be traveling, relocating, or going on a holiday, but there's a delay to it. There's some sort of new beginning and a clean slate, new opportunities, new adventures, new beginnings in your energy. But for some reason, there's a delay to it. And it could be because you feel a little bit down and out, and this is what the energy brings with Mercury retrograde. But there is a shift in your energy, and there is going to be like good karmic energy and travel. Have faith in your dreams. That is the energy. Watch out for those dragonflies, those glow fly thingies. We don't have that here in the UK. I only saw it in the USA when I went to Colorado Springs in my cousin's garden, and I was like, oh my god, look at those little sparks of light. And then she was like, it's those glow bugs. Thank you, Gia Maria. I am feeling the same. Nothing has changed, unfortunately. I still feel like crap. Angels and guides and loved ones. What does Gia Maria need to know? Please, Gia Marie. What does Gia Marie need to know, please, in love and light? I've got an older masculine around you. If he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. I need you to get rid of any conflicting thoughts. Conflict, obstacles, like feeling like you've lost the battle but you can win the war energy. I feel like you've got new beginnings coming in for you later on, because I've got the Ace of Swords upside down, but it's still in your energy. There's a delay to it. Mental clarity, new challenges, new opportunities and new jobs, but there's a delay to it, and it's because you need to cut out something that doesn't emotionally fulfill you. I've got the Ace, look at that. All these new beginnings in your energy, but might be coming in after Mercury retrograde. So the Ace of Wands is new relationships, a leveling up of a current one, more intimacy, creative projects, insight, new opportunities, empowerment, being strategic, making plans for the future, a connection around love. So if you're not in a loving connection, one coming in. If you are, again, like I said, a leveling up, an opportunity to collaborate and partnership with somebody else during this time of healing. You need to do some healing, because if the Five of Swords indicates some sort of conflict, internal or external, you need to do some healing. Healing needs to be done here. Healing. Ellie, will R agree to the amount and time I want now for the divorce? And agree to us moving soon? Yes. That's a lot of things. Agree to the amount of time and agree to let us move soon. Yes, there's a lot of emotional confusion or a lot of elements here that creates a delay. But a door closes, many doors will open. There will be a celebration here. There's something about a social event, being around the people that you're supposed to be around, not talking about your business to other people. There's some sort of unexpected gift and pleasantry around in your energy. But the answer to this question is, I feel yes. Don't let pride get in the way. Let the chips fall where they may. The answer to this question, Ellie, is yes. Diana, anything in the realm of love coming my way? Angels, guides, loved ones. Anything in the realm of love for Diana? Anything in the realm of love? Diana, anything in the realm of love? Look at your first card. Are you joking? You don't even have an option of one, but two. I've got two masculines in your energy. If they're not here yet, they're coming in. I've got a king, an older masculine, or somebody that embodies the energy of an old soul. Very loving, very kind, very emotional, very empathic, very supportive, that energy. But with you, Diana, I feel like you tell yourself that, am I going to ever have any sort of love in my energy? So you go into a mindset where you feel like maybe it's not for me. Maybe I won't. I want it, but, you know, who knows? It's like you're going back and forth. stuck, stagnant, look at your situation from another perspective. 8 of Swords, get out of that negative way of thinking when it comes to partnerships and relationship, because it creates insecurity around the connection that you're trying to have. And the Lovers card indicates a divine counterpart, a soulmate, but it also represents a choice of 2 people. So yes, take time to breathe out is your guided message. Take time to breathe out. You don't just have one person coming into your matrix, Diana. It seems to me like you've got 2. Nikki, angels, guides, loved ones. What does Nikki need to know, please? In love and light. What does Nikki need to know, please? In love and light. What does Nikki need to know, please? In love and light for Nikki. Nikki. Get rid of worries and fears and stresses and conflict and any people that challenge you or make you feel like you're unworthy or you're not enough. Don't worry about love energy, love, whether you're single or not, because I feel like whether you're in a relationship, it's going to level up. If you're not in one, someone is coming into your matrix. I've got an older masculine around you. If he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. And honey, you got the best card in the deck. The Sun card is always material, happiness, job, joyous outcome, the perfect relationship, travel and relocation, the birthing on the child, depending on your age, and it represents success and victory. It's the best card in the deck. But you have to get rid of this mindset that you're holding on to, that you're carrying. Get rid of this mindset. Your dreams need a practical plan. That always means set your intention and tell the universe what you want in your life. So the universe can clearly give you what you need, Nikki. The universe can give you clearly what you need. I always set my intentions in the daytime of what I want to manifest in my life, always. And then I look at that intention book so I can go to sleep in the energy. Any guided messages for Tina? I need to go soon. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Angel, guides, loved ones, what does Tina need to know, please, in love and light? What does Tina need to know, please, in love and light? I've got self-sufficiency, money and security and stability. I've got a celebration. I've got a social event. Being around people that love and support you. I've got emotional fulfillment in your energy. And the Empress is an abundant card in all avenues. Respect, leadership, mothering, nurturing, ideas that you want to give birth to, or a pregnancy in your energy. If it's not you, it's within the family, or there's going to be a child born into the family. But absolute abundance is yours, and self-sufficiency. Make sure you're looking at the bigger picture. I don't think anyone could ever see the bigger picture. I don't think anyone could ever see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is great. Ray, at my current pace, will I be self-employed and earning a lot of money by September? Earning a lot of money by September. Earning a lot of money by September. Ray, earning a lot of money by September. Angels, guides, loved ones, earning a lot of money by September. You can manifest that. That's a wish fulfillment card. Wishes coming true, absolute abundance, taking care of your health, walking away from thoughts, emotions, or feelings that no longer serve you. Why does it have to be September? March, April, May, June, July, August. That's 6 months away. Can't you have it in like a month? Walk away from, I don't know, long periods. It could be sooner rather than later. You got the wish fulfillment card. So yes, you can have what you're asking for sooner rather than later. I don't know why, Ray, it has to be in September. But I got a yes is the answer to your question. Yes. And you might meet a man as well. Look, expect powerful changes. So yes, Ray, is the answer to your question. Yes. Liliana, what does the month of April have in store for you? Liliana. Liliana. Why is everyone having fights with their sisters? Angeline. I've got a lot of people telling me that. Liliana, what does the month of April hold for you? When you get out of your own way, you'll be able to see clarity. The month of April looks like you're going to get some clarity, wake up decision, final call, but you've got to start looking at your situation now from another point of view, especially if it's around money or feeling like you're not getting the recognition that you deserve. I feel like as I'm connecting to you, you need to fight for what you believe in, remain on top of your game. I feel like you need to be patient because there's money coming in by April or a little bit after. They are giving me the number 7 around you, Liliana. So 7 represents days, weeks, months, or the 7th of a month where things will start to shift and change in your favor. It's time to take action. I don't know. Take action on looking at your situation from another perspective or another point of view, because I do have the money and I do have the means. I do see that in your energy. Monique, anything that you need to know? I am reading for everyone in the room. I just need everyone to be patient with me, guys. I'm not leaving until I hit every person in the room. Just be patient, please. Okay, Monique. Anything that you need to know. Angels and guides and loved ones. What does Monique need to know, please? In love and life. Monique. Why does this card keep coming out? Don't give up. Fight for what you want. Be your authentic self. 7 is also around your energy. Days, weeks, months, 7th of a month where things will shift and change in your favor. Travel, relocation, a new vehicle if you wanted one later on. Good, a turning point, good luck, study, education, good news, a message or an offer. Possible volunteer work or the birthing of a child. 7 of Swords anchoring your reading. Be mindful about who you talk your business to. Be mindful about who you hang around with. And be mindful about deceit, lies and betrayal. Don't, because this feels like a lot of people taking from you, Monique, and you feel like you're not getting anything in return, or you might be finding out information and then you might not like the information that you are receiving, but it will be information that you need to receive because then you can make an informed decision. Confidence is key to success. Monique, confidence is key to success. Angeline, did I handle the situation with my sister well today? There is a lot of triggers and we need to, and maybe conflicts, and turning the conflict into, what did I say? Turning any sort of conflict into, you know, finding solutions. Did I handle the situation with my sister well today? To a degree you did. In your mind, you might have thought, yeah, I've done a good job, but there could be some, maybe in her mind, she might have come across and made you feel like you said what you needed to say, but there seems to be something here. It's like you did from your perspective, but maybe from your sister's perspective, she might not have. It feels like there's a lot of things that need to still be, I don't know, spoken about, talked about. It feels like maybe on some level you and or your sister is trying to play a mother role, and on some level somebody doesn't like it. On some level you both mean well, but something just feels off a little bit. It's like I feel like you did handle it, and I think that what was said needs to be said, but I feel like there's still unresolved something. And then I've got you and your loved ones are safe. I feel like you did, but there's still something in the air. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, Angeline, but there's still something in the air. And if there's something in the air isn't your something, it could be your sister's something or other people involved in this situation something. Bonnie. Is James C a narcissist or just really immature? I think that this person is really immature, but I also feel like that immaturity can grow into narcissism later on down the line. And I feel like you might see that and cut this person off. I feel like you would be the one that will give a lot and you get nothing in return. It won't be that equal balance of give and take. I feel like right now, James is immature, but I also feel like it could go into a narcissistic trait later on down the line. You need to step out of your comfort zone. That's your guided message. I don't know. I don't like immature and narcissistic people anyway, as it goes. I don't like it. But you got to do what you got to do. Remember, there's a lesson within every soul we meet. We learn from them or they learn from us. Marsha, why was R optimistic but now not? I don't think this person was ever optimistic. I think that they gave you the impression of optimism to so you can help rest your mind. I feel like this person is fiery. And I feel like you don't know whether this person is coming or going. The Knight of Wands is very sexually active, fast-paced thinking, change of life, energy, creative and free-spirited, and doesn't like to be held or tied down to something or someone or a situation. And I feel like this person will drain you. I do not think they were optimistic. I think they might have just been telling you what you wanted to hear, or acting in a certain type of way to make you feel like they were optimistic about whatever it was that you guys were supposed to be doing together. I don't like it, but I can't tell you what to do. What do you need to release? I don't think he was ever optimistic. I think he just told you everything that you needed to hear, and I don't even know what the point of that was, but that I don't like it. Any messages for you, Sano? Angels, guides, loved ones, what does Sano need to know, please, in love and light? I feel like there's a delay to money, pay rise, promotion, or an investment. You need to be mindful about the people that are around you as well. Don't stress out about stability, structure, finances, money. I feel like there's a wedding, a celebration, homecoming, family reunion later on. I feel like you need to cleanse, clear, and release out any heavy energy. And if this heavy and toxic energy isn't with your energy, it could be people around you that are toxic. This talks about addiction, greed, compulsion, manipulative energy, codependent on someone or someone codependent on you, or you feeling bound and tied to something from the past or a past situation or past energy. Universe wants you to move past this, and you kind of need to lighten up your energy, lighten up the load, because you have loads of things to look forward to in the midst of whatever is going on now. The Devil card seems like energetically for everyone collectively like it's around, because the energy is heavy right now, but I feel like it's moving. This is not going to stay this way forever. This too shall pass, and you've got the energies gaining momentum. Sano, Nomsa, I can see everyone that I haven't read for. Please be patient with me, guys. I'm going to get to everyone in the room. Anything that I need to know? Also, will Morgan and I finally get together in time? Will Morgan and you finally get together in time? I mean, in time, it's not going to be on your terms. It will definitely... Oh, Nikki 007, I pinned you up, honey. I read for you. You're going to have to watch the replay. I pinned you up. This person is very slow to movement, Nomsa. I'm pinning everybody up. I'm guessing... Yeah, I'm tired of playing... Oh, Angeline, you're tired of playing the motherly role. Yeah. I'm trying to pin everyone up because for some reason I think people are missing their reading. It's all right, honey. So Nomsa, it will... I need to close my door because my daughter is just like deaf. Sorry, guys. You know what happens when I pull out the glasses? Oh! This is not me trying to look cool. I have a migraine. I have a migraine. I can see Yvette, Shannon, Chris, Midwest. I can see you guys. Please be patient. Helen. Right. Yeah, the light is so bright. I have to put my glasses on. Fab. So Nomsa, where are you? Let me pin you up again. In time, this will happen. I do see it. But I will say this to you, Nomsa, about the person that you're asking about, Morgan. Very slow to movement. Very immature. I feel like this person's got a lot of things that they need to do. Yes, it will move forward, but it just feels like the energy is very slow. It's either he's workaholic, money orientated, likes to travel all the time, doesn't like to be in one place, and is always expanding their energy. It's like they don't like to be in one place. They need to go. They need to go everywhere. They can't just be in one place. This person feels like they are always doing something. But and I do feel that. So yes is the answer to your question. In time, yeah. When this person's ready, it's not on your time. It's going to be on this person's time, not on your time. Now, with you, aside from Morgan, I am seeing a new opportunity around work or a creative project. I am seeing there's an opportunity for you to get money, pay rise or a promotion. I am seeing that there's an opportunity for you to collaborate and partnership as well with somebody. I am seeing that as I'm connecting to you. And I am seeing a possibility of travel. There is travel in your energy. A tough cycle, the end of a tough cycle approaches for you, Nomsa. It feels a little... I feel like this person is slow to movement. I don't know. It just feels really slow. It feels slow. I don't know. I ain't waiting for anybody. I don't know if this is like a romantic kind of a connection. But I'm not waiting for no man. I ain't waiting for nobody. I'm not doing it. And because what happens if this person is going to be ready in 7 years time, in 5 years time? We ain't getting younger. We ain't getting any younger. Next time we look in the mirror, we're gonna, we're older. So I just feel like as I'm connecting, it's like, just really think about it. Really, really, really reevaluate it. I'm not waiting. I can't. I wouldn't either. Just wouldn't. I wouldn't. Yvette, angels, guides, loved ones. What does Yvette need to know, please, in love and light? I've got Yvette, Shannon, Chris, Midwest, Helen, and Fab. And Lucy now. Okay. What does Yvette need to know? What does Yvette need to know, please, in love and light? Tiffany, I see you now. What does Yvette need to know? What does Yvette need to know? You got good karma attached to you. Good karma, cause and effect, win-win situation, the balancing of the karmic scales. All the good things that you've done, true and just, is now coming back to you. However, and you might be signing a contract as well. So the contract could be, if it's not a divorce, it's a new house, a new car, a new job, or a marriage, a leveling up of something. I also feel like you overanalyze and overthink things, because the Eight of Swords is self-imprisonment, restriction, and isolating yourself. And maybe this is a time frame to actually isolate yourself, but in a good way, not in a negative way. When people isolate themselves, they can do it in two ways. It's isolating yourself and going into a negative state of mind, or isolating yourself and going into deep meditation. I feel like you need to have healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries needs to be implemented, and be mindful of energy vampires. And I am seeing, I don't know whether you're in a relationship or not, Yvette, but I am seeing a younger masculine. So if he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. Again, he could be a lover or a friend. You could meet this person around work, depending on what it is that you're doing, studying, educate. Oh, look at that. New start is coming. Yes, a new start is coming. That is your guided message, Yvette. A new start. You're not in a relationship. You got a new start coming your way. So there's a new energy coming towards you. New. I've got to put Chris on here as well. Have I got Chris already? No. Chris. All right. Shannon. Should I say yes to my old business coach for my social management, or go forward someone new? Should you say yes to the old business coach, Shannon? If you're going to go and I say yes, you can say yes to this old coach. But you have to make sure that you're saying yes without any insecurities. I feel yes, you can say yes to the old coach, yes. But you have to make sure that you don't have any doubts, worries, fears, uncertainty. I would prefer, yeah, the old coach seems better. But remember, go into it open-minded. I say yes, you can go with the old coach. Yes. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ooh. Oh. Lot of mercy. I've got believe in the oh, you can't see that because that's the back of the card. I've got believe in the impossible. Believe in the impossible. I would do it. Shannon, go with the old one. Oh, I did write Chris. Chris. Any messages from my guides, angels, guides, loved ones? What does Chris need to know, please? In love and light. Chris, Midwest, Helen, Fab, Lucy, Tiffany. All right, here we go. What does Chris need to know? Any messages? Any messages? You're in your magi. You're in your power. Watch what you think, feel, say, and do. If you're at a crossroads and you're trying to make a decision about something, that's going to put a delay to your wish fulfillment. Make sure you're taking care of your health. If you are the magician, you need to focus on what you want, and then you're going to end up turning that thing that you're focusing on onto reality. There's an opportunity for you to learn well. There is an ending of a cycle, the beginning of something brand new, travel and relocation, the completion of a goal. But this is something that you've been manifesting. It feels like you might have prayed and wished for something, Chris. And I feel like with your magi energy, you might have pulled it back because you had some sort of doubt, or you were going back and forth about something. Emotions are running high. You need to make sure that when you're in the magician energy, you're focusing on the things that you want and not focusing on the things that you don't want, Chris. Focus on what you want, and stop focusing on the things that you don't want. Okay. Midwest. Midwest. Good karma. This card's coming out today. I love it. Good karma, cause and effect, win-win situation, balancing of the karmic scales, the signing of contract. It could be a new relationship, like a marriage. It could be, if it's not a divorce, it's a marriage, a new house, a new car, a new job, all of the above. I feel like you've got some mental clarity and new challenges and new opportunities around the work arena coming in later on. Nevertheless, it's still in your energy, and I've got a younger masculine, 2 around you. So depending on your current situation, if you're in a relationship, then these are partners that you're gonna be collaborating with. If you are single, you've got an opportunity of 2 masculines coming your way, and they're both energetically or younger than you, or embody the energy of a young soul. Nevertheless, I am seeing passion, creative projects, and something coming your way that's going to be emotionally fulfilling. Midwest. Adjustments are required. I don't know. Take your vitamins. Get working out. Get ready for the workout. Get your knees ready. Yeah? Get your knees ready, girl. Helen. General. Angels, guides, loved ones. What does Helen need to know, please? In love and light. What does Helen need to know, please? In love and light. Helen. Helen. Don't overanalyze and overthink things, because this is going to create challenges and obstacles to block your, money, pay rise, promotion, investment, the birthing of a child, good news, and a message and an offer. The birthing of a child. The Empress is a pregnant woman. The pregnancy, if it's not you, it's in the family. Ultimately, this does represent a leadership role. This represents mothering and nurturing and taking care of yourself. This represents that you're supposed to be the boss of the company that you're working for. If you're not the boss of the company, then you need to think about having your own. I don't know if you're at a crossroads about something, going back and forth. Should I stay or should I go? Do I say or not to say? I don't know if you're waiting for something before you make plans to move forward, but there is travel indicated in your energy as I'm connecting to you, Helen. And your guided message is your commitment is being tested. With the 2 of Swords going back and forth energy, get out of your ego, get into your heart space. Fab. 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 I'm going to do a general reading for you until I can see your question. Did she laugh at me? Did she, Jackie? Did she laugh her head off? I've got Fab, Lucy, Tiffany, Weena, Maria, 1111. Oh, she did. I'm quite funny, aren't I? Fab. Angels and guides and loved ones. What does Fab need to know? I saw a picture of... Huh? What do you mean, my handsome ex? What are you talking about? Who are you talking about? When the hell did you see this? Listen, the last time I had a man was when I was 31 years old. Do the maths. So I've had lovers until then, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a nun. But the last time I had an ex was when I was 31, and he looked like Jay-Z. I don't know if we're talking about the same sort of person here. Fab. Now, ultimately, Jay-Z is not my type of a guy. So I kind of went, I went I talked to your baby girl, told her. Yeah. Oh, okay, I don't know. I think you might be talking about, I don't know. I have no pictures of baby daddy, don't want it. And my ex, looks like Jay-Z. I mean, Jay-Z's not my type, but I went for the personality back then. Right. But now I'm just going for the looks and the big ding dong. Fab. You need to do some... You need to get your energy back because you've got healing abilities. You're stronger than you think you are. Patty, I see you now, honey. You need to get your energy back. You need to do some sort of... yeah, I went in the opposite direction. You need to get your energy back is what I'm feeling as I'm connecting to you. The strength card is you being stronger than you think you are. I feel like you need to do some soul searching and go within. I feel like if you're trying to make a choice or a decision, Fab, about something, you are going to make a choice and a decision about something, but you need to get out of your head. There's something about you climbing, like that you being resilient and overcoming any challenges and climbing that mountain peak as I'm connecting into your energy. I've got the mother energy with you as well, Fab. You're going to have a lot of abundance. There's something about the birthing of a child. There's something about the birthing of ideas. But in the process of you getting to your abundance, Fab, I need you to do some healing. Deep mind, body, soul healing. Because a fiery climax is approaching, yes? Some deep soul searching, some deep healing. Look at that. The hermit is upside down. Soul searching, going within, Fab, for that personal quest for truth and clarity. It's time that you do this for yourself. It's important that you do this. Lucy. I've got Lucy, Tiffany, Weena, Maria, 1111, and Patty. When I call your name, please, guys, state your comments. Any news coming in? Anything new financially? There's a block with you. It's not even that. It's like you've got finances coming in. There is good news. There is a message. There is an offer. There is a pay rise. There is a promotion. There is study. There is education in your energy. However, it just feels like the energy is like coming in later on. And the reason why the energy is coming in later on is because of Mercury retrograde. So if you're looking for more money and more finances, then you'll have it. You need to implement healthy boundaries, because I feel like you are brain training yourself, or you're trying your hardest to think more positively, because the Five of Swords, which is a conflicting mind card, is upside down, which means harmony, success, and problems being resolved. So the energy looks good for you as I'm connecting to you, Louise. Money, finances, it's anchoring your reading. When it anchors your reading, so anytime you hear me say anchoring your reading, whatever is holding the pyramid up, that's the foundation of it. So yes, money, pay rise, stability, structure, bring love into the situation. I always say to God and Jesus, because I believe in those energies and my guides, I always say, heal me with your love. I always say that. Heal me with your love and attract to me what is mine and what I need. So Lucy, I hope that helps you. Tiffany. Got Tiffany, Weena, Maria, 1111, and Patty. I have to read for everybody that I haven't yet read for. That way I'm giving everyone an opportunity to get a reading. Sorry, guys. I've got a migraine. Not trying to look cool, because I'm far from being cool. I am not cool at all. But I just got a migraine, and that light is just hitting my eyes. But I can't see anything if I don't have it. Tiffany. Around money and finances. Okay, so you're asked about finances and love. I feel like you've got new opportunities around finances and love in general altogether. Ace of Swords talks about mental clarity, new beginnings, new opportunities, and new challenges. I feel like when you meet somebody, you could meet this person at work, travel, relocation, or a holiday, and you could even have a psychic link to this person. A psychic link is when you dream of each other when you're not together, and then you bump into each other and there's a familiarity. Not everything is as it seems with the moon card. Just because you can't see it right now when it comes to finances and love, it doesn't mean it's not here. That things are stagnant right now because of the energy of Mercury retrograde, but things will start to speed up in the avenue of love and in the avenue about gaining finances. I seem to be in my head though when I'm with your energy, because the Five of Swords is a defeating card. Feels like I'm defeated when it comes to love and finances. It feels like there's a bit of a challenge. But the Ace of Swords beats that card. Ace of Swords is the hand of God giving you new challenges and new opportunities and new beginnings around work and around love. So you need to meditate and contemplate on the energy of what you're asking for. I'm not you know, love is so far from my mind, and it's crazy because I'm a love bug. I need love, I want love, but it's like I don't need it right now. I'm just focusing on my business, my money, my work and my career. And most importantly, I want to focus on my health. Wiener. I think during this time frame, it's really important that people take care of their health. Wiener. And I don't just mean, oh no, Anna, I feel amazing, my body feels good, and then you go to bed and you're like freaking out and stressed out and your mindset is like all over the place, and then you have panic attacks and then your emotions are all over the place. You might have a good physical healthy body, yeah, and your blood sugar is great, and you know you ain't got no problems with your knees or you know your elbows or your arms or whatever, but mentally you might not be all there. So it's important that you take care of your, not only the physical body, but the spiritual body, emotional body, and the mind. Excuse me, Maria, where do you think you're going? You're after Wiener. Get back here. All right, Wiener. You got to let go of some stuff. Oh, shit. I'm going to read for you anyway. You watch the live after. I'll post it on YouTube. The Ten of Swords talks about painful endings hitting rock bottom. You need to let go of something, Wiener, and then good news is coming your way. Good news, a message or an offer is coming towards you. I need you to get out of your head about something that you might be stressing out, worrying about your children, worrying about relationships, worrying about the work energy. I feel like I've got a younger masculine coming your way as well. It could be a lover or a friend, but there is something definitely on two sides that's going to come your way that's going to be emotionally fulfilling. Now, it could be in romance, and then it could be good news about your children. Good news that's going to be emotionally fulfilling that you're going to hear. Nothing. Oh God, here we go. Hold on. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Hold on. Look, you got to let something go, yeah? Nothing is going to come of this situation. You got to let something go. Now, you could be thinking, what is this? It could be a negative way of thinking. Self-defeating beliefs about yourself. Worrying about your children. Feeling emotionally drained. I wanted to do Instagram tomorrow, yeah? I'm thinking about going on Instagram tomorrow, yeah. Maria! Oh, God, please tell me that you're here. Maria, your boss can wait 5 minutes, 5 seconds. Angels, guys, loved ones, Maria. How dare you leave without getting your reading? Maria, oh, God. All right, here we go. What does Maria need to know, please? Maria, I've got a divine counterpart and a soulmate with you, man. I don't know whether you're in a relationship or not, but what the hell's going on here? I've got a divine counterpart in your energy. This is the King and Queen of Cups. Soulmate, a relationship, intimacy, but then he's going to try and come in and he wants to get into your knickers as well. So I don't know whether you're in a relationship or not, but I've got two masculines around you. And the thing is, I feel that is a soulmate. I feel as I'm connecting to you. Look at that. You might be unsure about which one's which. So you need to listen to your intuition. You're not in a relationship. Oh, well, you got two people coming your way. So and one of them is your divine counterpart. So you might meet him. You might make sweet love and go, oh yeah, this is my guy. Oh yeah, this is the one. And then he comes along and he's really charming. And then he also makes sweet love. And then you're like, oh shit, what do I do? And then there's like some sort of conflict going on here in your mind. Which way do I go? So I feel like you need to make sure you're listening to your gut, your intuition and your soul. Okay? I've got a win-win outcome is forecast. So this is like a balanced relationship and a karmic one. This man coming in. Okay, you can go to work now. 11-11. I've got 11-11 Patty and Sag Fairy. Bye, Annie. 11-11. Angels, guides, loved ones. What does 11-11 need to know, please? In love and light. 11-11, 11-11, 11-11. What does 11 need to know? 11. Oh, hell yes. I hope you're here. Look at your... Oh, look at your cards. Look at your cards. It's too good. 3 major arcana cards and you right smack dab in the middle of it. 11-11. So let's talk about you. You are on fire. Mercury retrograde. You can kiss my ass. Look at that. She is confident. She is self-assured. She's inspirational. She is charming. She is sexy. She is hot like fire. Yeah. And if you're not in this energy, you really need to get into this energy because it's too good. And then you got the Wheel of Fortune. So good karma, a turning point, travel and relocation, movement in your energy. Like you've got good karma and you got a new car if you wanted one. And then I got the Strength card, healing. Doing the healing, getting your power back during Mercury retrograde, meditation, doing some self-love and self-care and pampering and treating and taking care of yourself. 2026 looks like a lot of travel for you. 2 travel cards. Good karma, turning point, travel, relocation, a new vehicle. The ending of a cycle, the beginning of something brand new. Travel and relocation, learning important life lessons. Your energy, you need to raise this vibration, keep it right up into heaven and watch everything unfold. Oh my God. If you are not feeling this way, you need to get there because you're going to end up pushing all of this good stuff coming further out. I'm not saying it's not going to come your way. It will, but there will be a delay. Look at that. Don't let your past hold you back. It's South Node. And we are in between K2 and Rahu. K2 and Rahu is South and North Node. Patty. Hey Anna, I would like to know what C thinks of you. C, angels and guides and loved ones. Angels and guides and loved ones. Patty, angels, guides, loved ones. What does C? I feel like C is like a maze. It's like you don't know. It's like there's something very mysterious about C. And you can never put your finger on what this person is thinking or feeling, but giving like subtle signs, or this is how I feel when I'm in your energy. I feel like I don't know, but I think there is, but I'm not sure. All right, let's find out. This is very, very exciting. Patty. And who the hell is C, man? All right, here we go. C. He could be, or this person could be some sort of a healing frequency for you, you know? Do I think it's going to be a long-term sort of a situation? No. If it's a temporary situation, I feel like on some spiritual, energetic level, you guys will heal each other. You could be lovers for a time frame, depending on who C is. If it's not lovers energy, you could be great friends, and just talking to each other will bring like infinite healing to the both of you. I feel like you might have known each other in a past life. I feel like you might feel like you're connected in some way, but I also feel like these things are not expressed or this person is not very good at expressing how they actually feel, because in the beginning of the reading I saw a maze, and it's like he's there's something very mysterious around C. So do I feel like there's something there? I do. Do I feel like it's going to be a long-term thing? I don't think so. Do I feel like you could be friends? I do. If it's a lover's thing, do I feel like you could be that? I do. But it's like, I don't know. This is something to be explored. Are you here, Patty? Is this somebody that you're interested in that way? Because it's really, I'm taken aback with this energy. It's like, I want to explore it, but I'm a little bit, I don't know, I'm scared. The answers that you need are coming. The answers that you need are coming. The answers you need are coming. Did you hear that? I hope you heard it, Patty. There's something about, like, put it this way. If I was in this situation around C, I feel like I'm a curious George, so I would like to, usually I'd advise, like, it's your free will, do what you want. But there's something about this that I would like to explore. But you don't have to. But how this person feels about you, there is something there, definitely. Sag Fairy. This person is not going to be very good, Patty, at expressing how they feel about you, but you're going to get glimpses of, you're going to get glimpses of, like, there's something, and I don't know what it is. It's that energy. The way that C feels about you, Patty, it's like there's something there, but it needs to be investigated if you wanted to. General, and does Wilson miss you? Sag Fairy. Oh God, this migraine's taking over all of my eyes. Can't even see anything anymore. I think that Wilson misses you for all the wrong reasons. I don't like him. Sorry, Sag Fairy. He's not giving anything away. He just stares. That's what I said. Sorry, Sag Fairy. That's what I'm saying. That's what I saw when I was in your energy. Sag Fairy, give me 1 second. Patty, I saw him looking at you to the point that because he stares at you, you're now going, does he feel something for me? That's exactly what I saw. I saw him looking at me. So he'll give you glimpses, but I'm telling you, there is something there. It might not be a long-term thing, but there is something there. So when you say he just stares, I am looking at this man staring at me because I am you. So when he starts staring at you, you're going, is this person thinking about me? I think you're questioning it because there is something between the both of you. Just saying, because I saw him staring at me, but I'm you. It's like I would look up and it's like, I know there's something there, but I don't know what it is because he's staring at me. And I did say to you as well, and I don't know who this person is. He's not very good at expressing, or he's a mystery, right? A puzzle. That's what I said. A maze. There's something mysterious about him. I don't know if this brother likes me. All I see is that he's staring at me. I know I'm hot and look at this ass. But it's just like you just don't know. You're not really sure. You're not really sure about it. Got a migraine. Oh, Donna, you know me so well. Got to put you on my list. She's like, you got a migraine, Anna? Yes, I do. And it's taken over all of this eyes now because I get the blurry vision thing. So, Wilson, I don't like him, his energy when I was connecting with Wilson. Do I think he misses you? I do, but I think he misses you for all the wrong reasons. I think he's immature. I feel like he's immature. I feel like he will tell you everything that you want to hear, but then the actions don't speak louder than, like the words speak louder than his actions. I feel like you're a healing port for him. I don't like him for you. He's cutthroat and brutally honest. He comes across stoic and cold. Do I think that he misses you? Yes, but for all the wrong reasons. He doesn't miss you because he loves you. He wants to hold you in his arms. He wants to caress his hands through your hair, and he wants to marry you and die and grow old with you. He misses you for all the wrong reasons. I don't like it. And it's because you are a healing energy for him. In general, I've got another romantic energy around you. You could meet somebody around study, education, or work. I am seeing a soulmate in your energy because I'm anchoring your reading as a wedding, a celebration, homecoming, family reunion. I am seeing that you're a healer, but you need to do some love, self-love, take care of yourself. I am seeing as I'm connecting to you, you need to stop focusing on what has gone wrong, could go wrong, may go wrong. Pay attention to the blessing in disguise. You have a soulmate coming your way. He's not here yet. And I feel like the reason why this energy is not here yet is because your energy is still focusing on Wilson. Misses you for the wrong reasons. Communication is key. Donna. He probably wants her to chase. Yeah, Midwest, yeah. Yeah. You know, if Wilson feels that you still have this energy for him, he's going to know that he doesn't have to do anything. He's going to know, I know she wants me, I know she loves me, so I know she's going to come for me and I can wrap her around my finger. I don't like that. He wants you for the wrong reasons. Midwest, I think you got it right. Yes, he wants you, Sag Fairy, to do the chasing. So he'll be the runner. So it'll be the runner and the chaser dynamic. Don't like it, man. You don't deserve that. Donna. Angels and guides and loved ones, what does Donna need to know? Donna, you need to do some soul searching. You need to go within for that personal quest for truth and clarity. This is, I don't know if I think you might have missed the Vedic astrology. This is the time, everyone. Do meditation. Do some healing. Do some chakra meditation. Go out into Mother Nature. Drink plenty of water. Go to the gym. Work out. Eat healthily. This is the time to do it. Later on, Donna, there is a celebration. Homecoming, reunion, family. You need to find balance, harmony, and moderation. I got Archangel Raphael with you. This is about being patient in order for things to manifest. This is about self-control. This is about you filling up your own cup, because everything that you put out is coming back to you. So when you've got the 6 of coins, what you put out is coming back your way. It is coming back to you. This is the equal balance of give and take, generosity. This is the energy attached to you. So what you put out is coming your way, coming back to you. Having enough money in your account to go on a holiday, take care of the homeless man on the street, and still having enough money to pamper yourself. And then I've got a new romantic cycle begins. So I don't know whether you're in a relationship. If you are, more intimacy and a leveling up of the current energy. If you're single, a romantic connection coming your way could lead to marriage, because the scales is always about like a document signing. Jacqueline, when is a good time to undergo business? Do it after Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde ends on the 21st of March, but there's still remnants of the energy left for 2 weeks. So second week of April, guys, when you want to start implementing all your ideas. When you want to start implementing ideas, do it second week of April. That's what I say. Good news for the rest of March. Okay, and then I'm going to leave after I do Ray. Again, there's a lot of masculine energies around you, Ray, in March. If they're not here yet, they're coming in at some point. Again, they could be lovers or friends. Now, you might get involved in communication or sexual activities. So, you know, make sure you're working out and taking your vitamins. But for March, it seems like there's a whole bunch of masculines that you could meet around work, collaborate. I've got 2 in your energy, Ray. So it seems like there's going to be a lot of, there's some intimacy energy activated in March and communication for the rest of March. So that's what I'm seeing as I'm connecting into your energy. I did a live on Saturday. It was 6 hours long. That live is now downloaded onto my phone. So I'm going to be downloading that onto my YouTube channel, and it should be done by tonight if any of you guys have got a reading. This live will be downloaded onto my YouTube as well, but it's going to take a couple of days to download. I got a migraine. I'm on my period. My knees are hurting me. It's too much. This bloody energy's pissing me off. It's just, and I've got a bunged up chest. It's all so much, but you got to keep going, isn't it? You just got to carry on anyway. Fuck a duck. I was saying to my daughter, when I finish on the live, if I feel good, I'll come to the gym with you. Fuck that. I'm going to go and have some burgers and chips, man. It's horrible. I've got my period. My boobs are hurting me. I'm so hungry. I was going to go to the gym with my baby girl and show her how it's done. Yeah, because I need to get rid of this. And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. Fuck that. You cook for me. All right. I'll be back on. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll tell you, I'll post up what time I'm going. I think I'll go live on Instagram. I'll go live on Instagram. I will post it up and let you guys what time. And hopefully I don't feel as bad as I do. I love you. I appreciate you. God bless you. And now I've got to go into the living room and it's nighttime and go back to bed again. Time is going way too fast. I love you. God bless you guys. What were you doing that your knees hurt? Yeah, I wish I was doing what you were thinking. If my knees were hurting because I was there doing what I love to do the most, I would be very happy and I would not complain about my knees. But it wasn't that. It's probably been about 3 years since I got any of that. So no, it wasn't because of that. Fred! I got to do a reading for Fred before I go. I'm just about to leave, Fred. You're lucky you caught me. Angels, guides, loved ones, what does Fred need to know, please? And love and light. Man, I wish my knees was hurting from that. If my knees was hurting from that, I tell you, the kind of girl that I am, I would have no legs left. Fred, you need to stop worrying about things that are out of your power and out of your control. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yvette, me either. Oh, I would have no legs left because I love doing that. So look, you need to get your power back, Fred. You need to feel more empowered. You need to start, you need to start planning, being strategic, calculate your moves. You're somebody that is already boss energy, but you're coming out. Why is he coming up upside down? You need to watch your words and watch what you think, watch what you feel, watch what you say, and cut out negative thoughts, words, situations, and people. Gabriel is around you, and Gabriel is telling you that there is success and victory around you. There's a wake-up call. There is clarity. There is clarity coming your way. You've got unexpected gifts and pleasantries coming towards you as well, but for some reason, there's a delay. You need to be more childlike and have some fun. And guys, please remember this. With Mercury retrograde and the planetary alignments, everything is delayed. Everything is delayed. Everything is so delayed. Jobs, stagnant in business. It is delayed, but it's okay. It will pass. It's going to pass. It's not going to stay the same. So, yes, the 21st, that's in what? We're on the 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 21. In 4 days, Mercury's going to go direct. Energy of Mercury retrograde will still be there for 2 weeks because it's the remnants of the energy. You won't believe what happened to me. Your card is, Fred, be bold and make the first move. Like, don't procrastinate, make moves, but do it after Mercury retrograde. You won't believe what happened to me. So I'm not well. I love you too, honey. So I'm not well. I've still got this congested feeling in because of this whole Mercury retrograde and all the shit that's going on. This is what happened to me in sequences. I had a massive blow up with a family member the other day. Calling the kettle black, whatever the terminology is that you use Midwest. had a blow up with my family, one of my family members, but it ended up being a blow up and conflict into resolution and love and tears and bogies coming out of my nose because I'm so emotional and we love each other, and then they end up turning up at my house. And then after that bullshit happened, which drained the living daylights out of me, I had an appointment to go to the hospital. I get into my car and my car is going tick, 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 tick. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I finally made an appointment, universe. Delays? Talk about fucking delays, yeah? I finally made an appointment to go to the hospital after, 3 weeks of dying. And now I'm going to go to the hospital. My car is not starting. Are you fucking joking? Oh, I'm not finished yet. I'm still carrying on. Still got shit to tell you. So I'm like, okay, fuck a duck. Gonna have to call AA. So in England, we have this thing called AA. So it's like a breakdown recovery service. And in my mind, I'm thinking, am I paying AA? Am I paying them every month? Are they going to come to the house? So I called this woman and I'm like, hi, my battery's dead from my car. And then she was like, okay. And I said, do I have an account with you? Because I need to know if you're able to come and take care of my vehicle. Because I've got a hospital appointment today, which I ended up cancelling because there's no fucking way I was going to go now. And then she was like, yes, Mrs. Souza, you have an account with us. Thank God. Get your ass over here. So the guy comes over. He starts up my car. I've now got my own spark plug thingy, which I had to buy because, you know, I just had to buy it. And then the man goes to me, you know, you got a flat tire. And I'm like, huh? And he was like, your battery's not the only thing that's dead. You know, you got a fucking flat tire. Guys, I wasn't paying attention to my tires. Okay, I didn't see it. And my fucking tire is flat. And I go, listen, bruv, you need to pump that up for me, man. Do I have to pay you extra? And he's like, no, it comes with the services. You're paying for it every month. So he blows up my tires and my engine is now working. Thank you. Thank God. And it's just so much going on. This is what I'm saying. A lot of delays. Things are going to stop you from, but who knows? Maybe my battery starting and my tires being flat was saving me from a fate worse than death. Do you know? You never know. So I always look at it like that. So guys, yeah, delays and all that shit. That's why. So in 4 days, the energy should be getting a little bit lighter. Mercury's going to piss off and go direct. But then things will start to get a little bit lighter. And remember, you can start making plans for business or making plans to go on trips and all of that stuff because it's a new moon coming in, and start activating it in April. I highly recommend that you do that. Everyone is like, I'm worrying about money, Anna. I'm worrying about business. So am I. So am I. I'm going to Lanzarote on Thursday, so I hope not. Listen, I'm going to make sure that you got nice, easy, smooth flight in Lanzarote, man. And you have got to make sure, Donna, that you visualize the result of the trip. You have to visualize the end result. And I feel like Mercury retrograde is coming to an end. So I'm praying that the energy is going to lighten up. But yeah, flat tire and broken, like no battery. This is bullshit. It was too much for me. I ain't going to the gym. Fuck that. And my daughter can cook for me. I love you. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'll let you know what time I'm going on. I'll post it on YouTube and Instagram, what time I'm going on Instagram. Good night. God bless you. I love you. See you tomorrow, guys.